Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between, to Generations Behind. I am one of your hosts, Craig of Craig's Game Room. To the side of me, the hungry barbarian, Mr. Zach Daily Beating. Zach, how are you today?
Morning is off to a little bit of a weird start. I'm trying to eat my Raisin Bran. We're all out of milk. All we have is almond milk, and I'm not an almond milk guy, so I'm eating dry Raisin Bran, which is good. It's not as easy to eat.
Is it Raisin Bran or Raisin Bran Crunch?
I don't know, this one.
No crunch, it's not the good one. You need the crunch.
It tastes good to me.
It's
Alright
the
guys,
old
top
man
three
cereal
cereals.
that
Go.
I thought only I liked, so it's validating to know you also are a Raisin Bran fan.
Of course.
Top three best cereals. Go.
Best cereals, Raisin Bran Crunch, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and Crunch Berry. All of the crunches.
Dude, Crunch Berry is so good.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, it ruins the top of your mouth. And I'm like, no, it's fucking delicious.
You know what? And it's worth it if it does. You know, if I have scrapes and skin hanging off the top of my mouth after a bowl of Crunch Berries, that means I had a good fucking breakfast.
Totally agree. 100%.
I like
Zach,
Honey
what
Nut
are your
Cheerios.
top three cereals?
Honey Nut Cheerios, Raisin Bran, and the unopened Mario cereal box behind me.
I'm sure it tastes great, especially now. How
Can
much
we get
will
a
we have to
live
pay you to
taste test?
open it and eat it on the show?
Sorry?
How much will we have to pay you to open it and eat it on the show?
Infinite money / replace me that box. I would not do it unless I have
So
a
if we
replacement.
bought you a second box of Mario cereal, you would just
Yo.
eat it?
Hold on. How much does
Probably
this
when you bought
cost?
me, yes.
Super Mario cereal.
We gotta know.
I'll
When I
make
get
this
that
a
one
fucking...
Which I
I'll
think
make
is
this a fucking react.
great.
Yo, I could pay $12 to see you eat this shit. I'll do it.
That's all it cost?
Yeah.
Is
What
it
if I bought
the-
you like... Well, no, never mind. I was gonna say, what if I bought you the original, but just the box for that goes for $300. So never mind. Not
Jesus.
doing that.
Wait, the original like that one?
No. Like the OG, like the Nintendo cereal system box.
Well, that's different, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably a whole different flavor palette on that bad boy. Mixed with the Zelda
It says
cereal, which
Two
is famously
different natural
gross,
and artificial flavors, fruity and berry.
Oh, that's how people describe me, fruity. Below us, we have the Luscious Slut, Kills Reaper, Game Collecting Reaper, cereal fan, aficionado. Tyler Haight. Tyler, how are you today?
Doing pretty good. Woke up a little late today. That's kind of why I was a little late getting on here. I can make no excuses. I told the boy I woke up at 10:45. We were supposed to record at 11. I was just like, shit, boys, I'm gonna be a little late.
Yeah, you know, and you're obviously 3 hours ahead. It was around 8:15. I think I said to Zach, Tyler fucking sucks. I woke up at 8 for this. Where is he? Were my exact words.
He was pretty upset.
That's fine.
I was. You are very close to getting a write-up, sir. I need you to make sure you're showing up on time. Timeliness is very important. If you're
I'll
not
have
early,
you
you're
know.
late.
Listen, I'll have you know I haven't missed a single episode or half episode yet.
That's
So-
true. You're the only person that's been on every episode of this show.
Just
That's pretty
saying.
impressive. That's pretty impressive.
Yes. Luckily, someone was able to put out the fire that was Zach. So he is back again with us this week. Thank goodness for that.
I was
We
in
were
pain
worried-
for a long time.
Shout out to Combuskin.
We were very worried about him for a little while there. Spontaneously combusting is no joke. We're
It's
glad
not.
you've had a speedy recovery.
If I were a weaker man, I'd be dead.
We should just start a whole story going on to make the Generations Behind lore go very deep. Very, very deep. I'm gonna write a book about it or some shit.
I don't know. I feel like Patrick is a dedicated enough listener. He could do that for us. So, and then we can give him a shout out when it comes out. A nice thank you.
No,
when
we
he
get him
writes
to
the
write it,
novel.
and then we sell it on a merch store, and we get all the money.
Yeah, and then we're just like, thanks, Patrick.
Thanks, Patrick.
Paid in exposure like any good artist.
We'll give you a royalty of like 1 cent fucking shirt.
There you go.
So this is episode 41. We're back, the three boys here again. We're talking about game devs we're thankful for, and this works out a bit better than this episode coming out last week anyway, since this will be the week of Thanksgiving. We hope you all enjoy your Thanksgiving, if that is something you celebrate. I know some people do not celebrate Thanksgiving, but I personally am looking forward to eating some good food and laying around and playing my Switch 2/Steam Deck at my parents' all day. That's going to be a good time. You guys have any plans for Thanksgiving?
Just normal Thanksgiving-y stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing super crazy.
Tyler?
Yeah, normal Thanksgiving stuff, eating all that. Then Friday, I'm going on like a game hunting Black Friday trip. So
True. But Black Friday already started, which is weird. So, like, most places are already doing deals.
well, yeah, I mean
as of,
like
like Thursday, which is insane.
some of the retro game stores, like there's one we're probably gonna hit. Me, Jason, and Jonathan. They're doing 33% off everything on Friday from 8 to 10 a.m.
That's crazy.
Like all the showcase games and everything, like the doorbuster sounds like. So we got to get there by 8.
Yeah, you got to let me know if they have like a Saga or Rayearth, because I will actually just send you the money. So make sure you let me know.
I'll let you know.
100%. I will. I might have to PayPal you or do something, but
That's fine.
I will definitely be buying those games if they have them for 33% off. I feel like it'd be silly of me not to. So
we're going there, and we're also going probably. I didn't fully make the list yet because I'm still waiting for everybody to put out their sales. And Rob, if you do your research, these stores are kind of near you. But
Coming to a
two
store
of the stores, they have 2 stores. If you go to one, it's 20% off everything in the store. But then if you bring the receipt to the other store, you get 33% off that store.
there you go.
So there's one store doing 35% off everything, and then this store is technically doing 33%. One of the stores is obviously better than the other, and they said you can get 20% off anything, like even a freaking like pack of candy. So I'm about to just buy a pack of candy and be like, all right, now I'm going to the next store and I'm gonna stock up.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my plan.
Big brain moves. He's hustling out there.
I'm buying a pack of M&Ms. I'm like, I'm getting 33% off this Pokemon box. Let's get
Exactly. There you go. Hold on.
I can't wait till it's like 30% off equal or lesser value or some bullshit, and you just look like an idiot.
It's like in the fine ass print.
Well, yeah, because I'm thinking, I'm like, I think a fully boxed, like with the outer cardboard box Pokemon box is like probably like 4,500 now, which is insane and disgusting. So if we do 33% of that, that is still like $3,000, which is crazy.
Damn.
Would you spend $3,000?
I don't know about that. It's still a lot. I mean, that's a good deal technically, but
Technically, it's a great deal.
Technically, it's a great deal. Yeah.
I mean, that's also if they would even have it. Now I wonder if there's fine print on their ad. Hold on.
Now you got him worried.
Even
Yeah,
beyond our normal low prices.
taking
Yes,
time.
gamers have cleaned up with this deal in the past. Good for all used games, accessory systems, books, candy, etc. No limit in quantity either. Buy $5,000 of things, get $1,000 off. Kapow.
Pretty
Just
crazy.
when you thought you've seen the best deal we could offer, there's this. Get the 20% discount at either store. Bring your receipt to the other location same day, and you get a whopping 33% discount there. Wowzers.
Wowzers indeed.
Yeah, that's all it says. Nice.
So for a bit more housekeeping, the game devs we're thankful for this episode. In 2 weeks, we're going to be doing an episode on Metal Gear Solid. So make sure you all play along. From our research, seems to be from about a 6-hour game to an 11-hour game, depending on if you know what you're doing or you use a guide or whatever else. So definitely probably doable for most of y'all in 2 weeks. So please feel free to play along with us. Write in about your thoughts on
hour a day
Metal
for
Gear
2
Solid.
weeks.
Exactly. It's all we ask for you guys to give us an hour a day for 2 weeks.
I want you to spend your 1 hour at night when you get home from work before you go to bed playing a game for this podcast.
And if you don't, you're not a real fan. We also have to make sure that these two are held accountable. They have about a month and a week to beat By Sweet Carol and Coco by the end of the year, because
I don't know if I agreed to buy Sweet Carol.
Yeah, but it's bullshit if you don't.
We'll have to watch the tape. We'll have to watch the tape.
I don't think you did, but it's much more fair if you do, because I played a lot more video game than Coco, which will take you 45 minutes.
How long is By Sweet Carol?
By Sweet Carol is, I think it took me like 5 hours. So it's not long.
I think introducing you to Katamari changed your life. So
that's true. As we'll go over, I have now beaten 3 Katamari games since that last episode where we talked. So
hell yes.
But yeah, so everybody make sure to hound these fellas. They got to play Pokémon By Sweet Carol. Zach may have not committed to buy Sweet Carol, but he's a bitch if he doesn't, because I played 3 video games in trade for him to play one 45-minute video game.
I feel for us saving you for being spontaneously combusted, you have to do it with me. So
exactly.
Yeah. I feel like I can pencil it in. I have a stack of games I plan to beat in the next month. I'm about to go demon mode. I'll try to add that in.
And yeah, we're also probably going to be doing a half episode if we can find time by the end of the year to talk about Expedition 33, since I know these boys really wanted to do that, and now that I've done it, I can join in on the conversation. Very great video game. No need to talk about it much on this podcast because we'll have a whole episode dedicated to it. Yes, sir?
Instead of a half episode, can we call it like episode 42.33?
Something like that. Yeah, that'd be good.
Okay. Just figured I'd throw that out there.
No, that was good. Thank you. I wouldn't have thought of that. So, good suggestion. This is why we
really
keep you around.
Really get the algorithm too when your episodes are into the 3rd decimal places.
I'm sure it's great. Negative 33 views on that one. And one last bit of housekeeping before we get into an audience write-in. I do have some unfortunate news I need to share with you guys. For the first time in my life, I'm no longer forklift certified. My OSHA forklift certification expired 7 days ago.
Can we take a moment just to reflect on that?
Moment of silence, please.
So,
okay, thank you. Tyler?
So you can't pick things up and put things down now?
I can't, not legally.
I also felt when my forklift certification left me, so I just put it in my Blue Sky bio. I think it says formerly forklift certified.
That's really
so that
funny.
helps me remember what I once was.
Yes, I am 30 years old, and since I was 18, I've been forklift certified. So, for the first time in my adult life, I cannot legally ride a forklift. I cannot pick things up and put things down. It's unfortunate.
It's very sad.
Yeah, right. I'm like,
I got certified, never actually used it. I picked up a dumpster to pass the test, and they're like, all right, and I never used it. So
Really?
I just moved the dumpster around in the parking lot, and they're like, all right, good job.
I moved around thousands of pounds of ingredients. I moved around thousands of pounds of air conditioning equipment. I moved around thousands of pounds of dildos. So I've done a lot of forklifting in my life. Yes, I at one point in my life worked at a distributor for sex toys, which that was a fun one.
yeah.
But now
Craig was a plug on the
I'm
side,
not
yeah.
in the warehouse environment. So unfortunately, no
So
more.
did you get discounts on like dildos and shit?
Yeah, actually, we got heavy discounts. Part of me wishes I would have like gotten some as like gag gifts, because I won't say the brand, for silly legal reasons, but they were pretty generous with the discounts. It was like 75 or 80% off. So it was pretty hefty.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn, they're like, take this silicone, bitch.
But yeah, so that happened at one point in my life, but no longer forklift certified. I like to be open and honest and transparent with you guys in the audience. I don't want you to think less of me. Hopefully, you guys still all respect me as a coworker and
did feel off.
a podcast host.
I was off when we joined today. It didn't feel right.
You could tell something was wrong.
You see in Craig's eyes, he was like, I can't put things up and put them down anymore. I'm just...
Not legally. Well, I guess that's it for the housekeeping, except we do have one write-in from our boy Patrick. Old reliable Patrick. He said, Metroid episode ? With the release of Prime 4 coming, might be a cool idea. Zach, how badly would you like to play the original Metroid?
I've already played it before, but I mean, if you want to play it, I will revisit it. I don't love the original Metroid. I'll say that.
Tyler,
I played
Metroid episode.
I played all the 2D Metroids, like Prime 1. I'd like to play all the Primes and then, the spin-offs and all that stuff, but yeah, Metroid 1 is fun.
What is our next game episode? We have
Metal Gear
one?
Solid, next episode.
No, like after that.
Oh, we don't have it planned out, so.
But that won't be till like January, would it?
I'll play one of the original Metroids. Craig, you get Metroid 1. Tyler, you get Metroid 2. I'll take Super Metroid.
Why do you get the good one?
Ew, what the fuck?
That's not fair. It's hard because I feel like as much as I would love to play the original Metroid or Metroid 2, they don't look fun, straight up. And I feel like using a guide the entire way just kind of defeats the purpose. So I don't know.
I'll say I
maybe,
kind of
but
you can find enjoyment in Metroid 1. I do not recommend Metroid 2. That game
Mhm.
is, if you play it on
Play the
like
3DS remake.
in black, well, Metro, yeah, 3DS remake of course, but like if you play the black and white version on like Game Boy or even on like a virtual console, it is dreadful. It's so hard to navigate because all the rooms look the same. There's no
Dreadful.
colors. It's not fun.
Mhm.
Um,
maybe Zero Mission could be good. That was
Mission's great.
that's a pretty good game, all things considered, and it is the same
You could
basis of the original Metroid. So
you could beat that
um,
today.
hmm?
You could beat that today. It's like a 4-hour game.
Yeah, I remember it being very short when I played it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we should do a Metroid-centric episode at some point. We'll definitely miss the Prime 4 window anyway, so it's kind of like whatever. Because I don't really want to axe Metal Gear Solid, honestly. I'm kind of looking forward to playing it. Otherwise, I guess we could do that, but I want to play Metal Gear Solid. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, I do. I've been wanting to play it for a while. Me and Zach originally were going to do like a, before this even podcast, and we're like, yo, we should do this as a YouTube video. We never did it.
Mhm.
But now we're doing it
Very
as a podcast video.
Wow. So now you could talk about it for 5 hours
Hell yeah, boy!
instead of 10 minutes. Perfect.
Might as well just record my long play and talk during it. Like,
I'll watch
Or-
the long play.
Yeah, I was gonna say
That'll be
just
my
watch somebody else's long play.
I'm not like that. I'll spontaneously combust.
Tyler just said he's above that.
Above that level, I do shit last minute around here, alright?
Exactly.
I'm gonna play Metal Gear on... When the hell's that episode coming out?
2 weeks.
Yeah, but what day is it?
I think we brought that up several times this episode. It's 2 weeks from now.
I know it's 2 weeks, but what
December
day?
8th.
December 8th. Alright.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna play it
So you have to
December
beat it by the 6th or the 7th.
7th. I'll beat it the 7th.
Can you beat it on the 6th, please? I hate recording on Sunday nights. Because then I have to
Oh,
edit
yeah.
and upload, and then it becomes my whole
Well, no, we
evening.
could record on Sunday morning if I beat it. Oh, wait, yeah, because I said the 7th. So, yeah, the 6th. Alright, my bad. I was thinking the day.
I think it'd be a fun idea to do a podcast for a short game where we're all playing it live, and our podcast is our live experiences of the entire game.
My guy, that's called a Let's Play.
No, but
Like, are we showing the gameplay, or are we just showing our
let's
faces
play
and
with no
talking?
gameplay. Just a let's play.
We're just sitting like this. Well, yeah, that's pretty
Literally
good.
that. Yeah, literally that. Yes.
We should just
It's a new-
revolve that with, like, a... I mean, I don't know, just a live version of the podcast.
I
People
feel
can
like
hop in,
a lot of
talk with
Zach's
us,
best ideas
commentate.
should just be April Fool's episodes.
Yeah.
I always
Like
thought about
said-
doing a live episode, though. That'd be kind of cool.
I would
Like,
like
we
to do
found
that
like a good
one day.
time to do it. Like, even if it's just like a fucking Q&A or some shit like that. See how many people... Because I feel like maybe then some of the people that don't normally write in, but they comment on the YouTube videos, maybe some of them would pop in.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
I don't know. If
One
y'all
day.
have any interest or
For
preferred
episode
time,
100, when we get there, when we do Fallout New Vegas, we'll do it live.
we'll do it live. Live for you, Jonathan.
I
That's what
keep
we're
making
doing.
big promises for episode 100 is the things. Like
It's
me
gonna
and
be a
Christian
24-hour
are giving
episode.
away a copy of Stadium Events on episode 100 of our once a year podcast. So if we're still alive, gonna have to give away a nice copy of Stadium Events when I'm 128 years old or 129 years old.
If you're wishing against medical advances.
God, can you imagine in 100 years? Do you think something like Stadium Events is going to be worthless or worth 100 times more? Like, what is the way that video game collectibles are going to project in 100 years?
I have no idea. Honestly, I have no idea.
You know, I don't know, but then if you really think about it, like, even games like, I'll say Saturn games, because, you know, disc rot's a fucking thing. Like, how bad is that going to be, like, 100 years from now? Like,
Yeah, but that's also an overblown issue, if we're being honest.
I mean, yeah, but, like, I don't know. It's
I don't
gonna
think
be
NES
weird.
games really rot unless you cover them in dirt and shit on
Well,
them
yeah.
and wipe your ass with them and everything
well,
else.
I don't per se mean, like, NES games. I mean, like, just the games that, like, have disc rot, for example. Like,
Yeah.
how are they gonna, in long term, 100 years down the road, is your Magic Knight Rare still gonna be worth however the fuck much it is now? I don't know, 1,000 around there, 1,200.
Mm-hmm. Who knows?
If it has the stickers, if it has the stickers.
If it has the stickers, it's priceless. That reg card, baby, if there's a registration card, priceless. That's what it's all about.
That's what it's all about.
Well, before we get into the game devs we're thankful for, why don't we talk about what we've been playing, boys? I've played a decent amount, actually, in the last week since our half episode.
Can I go first? Mine are pretty boring.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
All right, so Call of Duty, obviously.
Uh-oh, he froze.
He's fucking Crocolore again.
He gets spending time playing Call of Duty.
Where he is? There he is.
Wait, we back?
You're back. You're fuzzy, but
we're all
back.
here. We've been here.
I know y'all been there. I dropped Crocolore again and I hit the Ethernet cord again. I'm done playing with him. But but anyway,
Zach, you look so taken aback.
Because I'm surprised this Ethernet cord is that shaky. It's like held on.
Because so
Crocolere's a heavy boy.
No, I'll tell you, I need to buy a new one because like the actual like clip part that keeps it in like snapped off like recently. So even if you just fucking like touch it, it like fucking slides out. Like, yeah. So we'll get a new one. I gotta get a new one. Anyway, Call of Duty. More of the zombies. I've been going hard on that camo grind just because I like unlocking challenges and looking at them and be like, yay. So that's been cool. I got like half the guns done already. So
nice.
I'm moving quick. And they opened that end game for everybody because the campaign's that awful that they were like, well, nobody's gonna get to this mode, so now you could just play the end game of the campaign without beating the campaign. So yeah, you could do that. Started that last night. That was kind of cool. But anyway, besides that, also Sonic Racing again because they got another event again. SpongeBob. They put Bikini Bottom in the game. I will say now, so the only characters you had before were like Joker, who doesn't talk. You know, the Minecraft characters, they don't talk. But now you got SpongeBob and Patrick in the game, and it's really weird when you're doing like tricks and shit and they don't talk. You just hear like a bubble noises, and I'm just like, this is a little awkward.
Very strange decision.
Yeah, like, I don't know, they said for licensing reasons, but I mean, it can't be that hard if you're already getting the characters in the game.
Yeah,
like,
I don't buy that excuse. That's bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, unless they're really cheaping out on like Tom Kenny and those people. I don't know.
Yeah, so like, I don't know. I feel like they should be able to do it. I hope like maybe down the line they end up doing it, kind of like Nickelodeon All Stars Brawl did with 2. They added the voice actors because it's a little awkward, but I mean, I'm still doing it. Still trying to keep up with these challenges. You gotta get like 1,000 points every. It sucks because you have to get 1,000 points every festival, they call it, but it's all team-based mode. So you're like basing off your team. If your team sucks, you're getting 3rd place and you're not going to get a lot of points.
Oh, well, that's a bummer.
And it's like not just
how many points we're getting per race.
So they did increase it because it was god awful the first festival. Like it was 10 points if you were in last, 15 if you were in second, and like 30 in first. Now it's like 30, 33, 35 or something like that. But you have to get 1,000 points total to complete this festival. And then you get you get bonus points for doing like if you have teammates with you that are like on your friends list. If you were like the number 1 lead keeper, like you were in first place for the most. And then sometimes they give you like double point chances. But the way it works is it's a normal race, but then they're all like game modes. It's like, and they change every half hour, kind of like Splatoon. So for one half hour, it could be like
Splatoon model that I fucking hate.
Yeah. For like half an hour, it could be like, oh, the most tricks you do, and then it counts how many tricks every teammate does. It adds them all up. You get points based on your like positions, kind of like Mario Kart, you know, like 15 in first, 12, whatever. But then you get bonus. You get an extra 10 points for your team if you had the most air tricks, and then that could put you in first if you were in second. But the teammates are god awful in that game, so good luck. Yeah, I'm about halfway done with that, so I gotta finish that up.
Nice.
And I played more Pokemon, so which I have something delivering today. I bought an 8-bit Doe controller.
He's cheesing it, boys.
Only because I was talking to my boss and he said he bought one, right? And I was just like, dang, he actually bought one. He's like, yeah, I got like 50 or 60 shinies now because he'll just like let the game go overnight and he'll just come back to like 10 shinies. And I'm like,
so what does the 8-bit Doe controller do?
So you can set those like You could do like turbo buttons, so like for the rapid A thing for like transferring and shit, and then you could also set macros on it so that you can easily do the battles and shit.
Ah,
And it's on like a Black Friday sale for like 33% off. So I was like, okay.
I do need to get an 8-bit Do controller,
But then it's kind of
because
neat because I could use it on PC and everything too. It's not just Switch.
I want to get the new 8-bit Do controller for the Analog 3. They announced a new N64 colored one, but I don't think it's out yet.
Mm,
Yeah, it's only pre-order available. It's lame.
fancy.
But yeah, so I was like, you know what? I'm buying it because why not? It
Yeah,
says
I could get
arriving.
use out of it. And it's multi-use, like you said. So,
Yeah, so if I can use it on the PC and everything else, and looks cool, comes with a charging stand. Why not?
hell yeah. Good for you.
Yeah, this thing
Oh, nice.
Nice. There you go.
20% off now, but
Zach, what the hell have you been
Hello.
playing?
I also been playing Pokemon. I have put it down now. In my book, I have 100%ed it for now.
Hmm.
I completed the Pokedex. I did all the side quests. I did
you didn't
all the
complete the
story
Mega
stuff.
Dex.
I did not complete the Megadex because you have to do a lot of battling. So I have basically one quest left or one like challenge left, and it's to do basically 1,000 battles.
Oh,
And I'm gonna grind those out by doing the post game stuff, which I'm just gonna get back to that when I play the DLC one day.
hmm.
I'm not gonna sit here and grind out 700 battles just for fun.
See, even
After
if
doing
you,
everything,
the
so
thing is, like, even if you do all the ways to get the last Mega, I'll just put it that way, I guess. Like, you still ain't gonna have 1,000
no,
because
I
I'm at like 10 completed, so like I'm almost there. Well, I'm 5 away, and I'm only at like 350, 400. I'm like, yeah, no. That's why I was like, I'm getting this controller because then you can go to the one cafe area and battle.
yes, I'm at 300, and I've literally done every single other thing in the game. There's nothing left to do in the game. I've caught every Pokemon. I've done every challenge. Everything, except for these battles, and I still need to do like 700. I'm like, that's just an insane amount of battles to do. So, I'll do it one day. I'm not gonna sit here and grind out. I might do like a stream every like now and then, and like just grind battle and stream or something. But I'm not gonna spend my precious game time doing 700 Pokemon
Yo,
battles.
yeah, we could do that. Do a stream, have me on it. We'll battle, like not together, but like we can get it done together and we could just chat.
The game was fun. I enjoyed it. I do think the city environment got old after a while because it started feeling very samey. I liked Legends Arceus with the big open areas more that had like more themed environments. Um, but I still enjoyed Legends EA because the battling was fun, if not a little too simple. And the catching Pokemon in these games is very fun when you get to throw the Pokeballs and just left, right, and center. It's always fun to me. But
Did I tell
um,
you about did I tell you about my shiny Fletchling?
no, did it fly away from you?
So I was running on the rooftop and then I heard the sound go and I was like, whoa, hold on. Stop. Save the game. Save the game. And I'm looking around these rooftops, I'm like, where is it? And I look down and there's a Fletchling on this like little tarp. And I was like,
Yep.
oh, so I try to hop down and it's like, wee. And I was just like, eh. So then I would try to keep resetting and then throw the ball as I'm hopping down, but it would keep missing. And I'm just like, So eventually I had to stop down, walk all the way around, crouch walk like Metal Gear style up into this thing just to go bloop. And then I finally got it.
There
But
you go.
it was
I had a
frustrating the hell out of me at first.
I had a Pidgey. I just got lucky. It was on the top of a light pole, and I just was like, just happened to be right there when I saw it, so I was able to throw it and get it. But
hell yeah.
let's see. I'm playing more Katamari. I've not finished it yet, but I guess the for anyone who's played Katamari to get a vibe of where I'm at in the game, I finally got to a level where it's letting me get big enough where I'm rolling over people. I'm like, okay, it's starting to let me get big. And that's what I like. Once I start getting people size, it starts to
That's when it gets
snowball.
good.
Yeah, so I'll probably try to finish that today. I'll probably put a couple hours in that. Let's see. Luminous Rise. Have y'all played Tetris Effect? Heard of Tetris Effect?
Yes.
So those people made Luminous Arise. I've never played a Luminous game, but it's another falling block puzzle. where you're trying to make squares. It'll drop a 2x2 like square that's like different colors, and you're trying to make 2x2 colored shapes, like 2x2, 3x3, 4x4 squares. So blocks fall from the ceiling. You're trying to match them up. It's a classic. It's like a match 3, but instead of a match 3, it's a match 2x2. But it has the same like look and style of Tetris Effect. It has the good music and the good visuals, the kind of sensory overload thing it's doing. I like it. I will say though, this is like what if Tetris Effect, but I sucked really bad at it because I'm not good at Luminous. But I'm still enjoying playing it. But even on like easy mode, I'm struggling to beat the levels. Kind of like a Dr. Robotnik Mean Bean Machine. I just don't think that kind of game works in my head. But I am really enjoying just the visual experience. I'm about between a third and halfway through it. So I will continue playing that.
Nice.
I think there's one more thing on here. Nope, I think that was the last one. Other than Craig, I did play Poco and I did enjoy Poco.
Yay!
Poco is very good.
He played Poco.
I played Poco this morning. I tried to play it last night and I fell asleep because, like I said, I was very tired. It wasn't the game's fault; it was my fault.
Mm-hmm.
I woke up this morning and I played Poco in its entirety, and it was very good. I thought it was very funny. I don't want to spoil all the moments, so I'll talk to you off stream, Craig. But there were some moments where I laughed very hard.
But I'm telling you, it's extraordinarily good for a free game and for
exactly.
being a student project, right? Like way better than you would think. So
I played on the Steam Deck. I don't know how you played, but the whole thing was controlling with the right little like touchpad.
Oh, interesting.
There were a couple of moments where like that control scheme wasn't. I wish I was using a mouse. Basically, what I'm saying.
Yeah, I played on PC, so
it was a little touchy using the touchpad like that. But I did very much enjoy it. I thought it was very funny and charming. Took me maybe an hour and a half, whatever. Everything felt pretty like I didn't get stuck like in a lot of point and clicks. I feel like it was pretty obvious where to bring everything, what to do with it. And I like the little mini games it sprinkled in there.
They're fun.
Sprinkling some mini games, it's pretty good. It's like little WarioWare mini games like spread out throughout the game. So I enjoyed it. I think I will try and make a little short on it or something.
I'm telling you, game of the year. Sorry, Expedition 33.
Expedition 33 is gonna sweep.
Tyler, you have not played Poco yet. You don't even have a say.
Yeah,
it's
in what the true game of the year is yet, because you have not. You've only played one of the two best games of this year.
Let's be honest.
Oh, so By Sweet Carol ain't up there?
If I had to do a top 3 of the year, and you guys will get mad at me, it honestly does go By Sweet Carol, Expedition 33, Poco. I'll be real.
Oh, come on.
By Sweet Carol is still my game of the year, from what I have played. But there's one game I will be talking about soon that I'm enjoying so much that it might beat By Sweet Carol. We'll see. So,
if I buy By Sweet Carol and I hate it, do you reimburse me?
No. No,
that's your $25. You put the $25 on the line.
Exactly. But yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed Poco. Makes me happy to hear that you liked it. Because it's like, I know it's kind of a bit, but it also is a very good, very charming game.
Great.
So
I was and also I was not I didn't know what the game looked like at all. So I was, for some reason I was expecting, like you said, free game on Steam. I was expecting like a just like a not to be diminishing of people, but like a lower effort pixel like graphics thing.
But no, it's like pre-rendered backgrounds with like claymation style models. It looks really cool.
Yeah, it was really cool looking. I was very excited about it. But yeah, fun game.
The very ominous intro is really cool with like the big clowns. It's really cool.
Yeah, I'm sure there's. I wonder if you can beat that. I don't know. I haven't looked it up, but I wonder if you can like overcome that.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I've only played it the one time, but I thought about replaying it just because of how short it is.
Yeah.
And there is, I believe there's 2 endings. So, and it lets you save right before, so you can just view them both one after the other as well.
I didn't bother. I'll just watch the other one on YouTube. But
yeah,
I did get the good ending. If that makes you feel any better.
That is good. You made the right choice then.
Yeah, I was sitting there. I was like, well, this feels like the right thing to do.
It's pretty obvious. So.
But... Oh, I do like the art style.
Yeah, it's cool, right? I'm telling you guys, like, all joking aside, Poco is a fantastic video game.
And
And
the fact that
I
the
hope that
reviews
like
are
this group of college students makes a studio and makes like a big game. I think that'd be awesome. They have a lot of
the
potential.
fact for reviews, it says overwhelmingly positive, 99%.
Hmm.
That's crazy.
I'm telling you, it's great. Game of the year contender, sleeper hit Poco. Stop rolling your eyes, Tyler. You just don't get it. You haven't played it yet.
All right, but when I do play it, and then I have say, and I'm still going to say
Yeah.
Expedition 33 is better, even though you kind of said Expedition 33 is better when you said, bye, Sweet Carol, Expedition 33, Poco. Then I'm going to be like, yeah, well, Expedition is better.
Yeah.
But,
Well, honestly, Poco might be more down my alley in terms of like I just like weird creative shit. And
Yeah.
I do not that Expedition 33 isn't weird and creative, but Poco is just having a game like Poco in 2025 get made and released and be really good is not something that happens, you know. It's we don't get that style of game made this day and age, and usually if we do, it's kind of like either sloppy or it's too much like the games it's inspired by in terms of like the negative quirks kind of still being annoying in there. I don't know. Poco's just great. It's fantastic, and I do think everybody listening should play it because it's free. So, almost no excuse not to try it.
Penciled in right between your hours of playing Metal Gear Solid every day for the next 2 weeks. Play one of those nights would be Poco.
Exactly. Well, 2 weeks you got 14. Well, by the time we record, it'll be about 12 days. It's 11 hours, possibly, max, and then Poco's about an hour long max. So really, you can squeeze it in.
You can squeeze it in.
Squeeze
and
it
if you
in.
don't have a PC, just buy the Steam box when it comes out and play it on it.
Exactly. The Steam machine for only $1.99, I hope.
Definitely not.
Maybe add a
not.
0 at the end.
I know. I'm telling you, it's not looking likely, but if the Steam machine was like $4.99, $5.99, that would be a day one for me. Like I would just be like, okay, this is what I play games on now.
I think they just commented on it like yesterday, and they're like,
It'll
yeah,
be
it's gonna be
priced
more in line
like
with
a PC. Yeah, so I'm
Yeah,
like,
so,
okay.
yeah.
I'm like, I guess I'll just
Yeah.
keep using my PC and my Steam Deck then. Oh well.
Yeah, everybody's saying like, oh, it's gonna be lower. It's gonna be like 400. I'm like, no. It's
Well,
gonna be
honestly, the speculation about a low price does make sense because I feel like the Steam Deck is low price for what it is. And, take away the components of the Steam Deck, the screen, the actual screen, the button controllers, all that jazz. It's like most of their cost for production goes into that more than the actual like board of the machine and stuff. And it's like Steam makes so much money, they could obviously take an L on having a lower priced device because of how much volume of software they sell. So I think that the prediction of it being low priced was, a fair assumption, but we'll see. I think it's definitely going to be more than people are hoping for, but I still don't think it's going to be over $1,000. I actually would be shocked if it was a 4-digit machine.
the quote I saw this morning said,
800, bro.
It will not be subsidized like the Steam Deck.
Oh,
So, like-
then never mind. Don't listen to me. Fuck me, I guess.
It ain't gonna be less than $800. I'm telling you that. That's my prediction.
It's also a 2 terabyte model. Maybe the 500 gig model is cheaper. The
Mhm.
2 terabyte model is probably gonna be expensive.
I'm so used to just deleting and re-downloading stuff on my machines because I refuse to pay for more storage anyway, so that doesn't bother me. I always just go with the lowest tier.
Yeah. I never bought one of those like backup storage things for my PS5. I'm like, I have 800 or 600, 700 gigs, whatever it is. I'll just uninstall games when I'm done with them.
Yeah, and usually I don't have more than like 1 or 2 like decent sized games at a time anyway. So because I really don't play a lot of AAA stuff. It's like I think the only AAA games I've played this year. Actually, I think the only one is Oblivion. So I've
Played DK. DK is probably
No, you're right, but that's on my Switch. I'm just thinking PS5.
on the PS5. Okay, sure.
Yeah, I played DK as well, but in Mario Kart World, it's like those are probably the only AAA games I played this entire year. So I don't usually gotta worry about like Tyler probably has to sell a kidney to store Black Ops on his PS5. So
I can look at it on my app.
I'm sure it's insane.
Yeah, I have a 2 terabyte fucking like external, not external, but like the M.2 whatever SSD.
Yeah.
Because man, that shit was filling up. Here's my storage. So on my actual console storage, we got 667.2 gigabytes. That's what it has after all the freaking updates and shit. Why are these not ordered by like most gigs? What the hell?
Be too easy.
Make it annoying.
I know FF7 Rebirth was like a triple-digit number. That
It was a big
a
one.
big one.
Mhm.
The Call of Duty app, 332 gigabytes.
Yeah,
That's what my
insane.
app got too.
Unacceptable.
Absolutely just fucking bloat that doesn't need to be there. There's no way. It's like I don't know what happened, but somewhere along the way, Treyarch, whoever, just forgot how to optimize their games, I guess, because there's no excuse for that. Makes zero sense.
WWE 2K25, because I like doing like custom matches and shit, 'cause it's just funny. 119 gigs.
It's crazy. No, thank you.
Do you know what the
This-
original Breath of the Wild was in the Switch?
Wasn't it
Gigabytes?
like 18 gigs or something like that?
13 gigabytes.
Yeah, very small. It's crazy.
So.
It's because the open world in it is so empty, they didn't need any more space. Anyway,
Either way,
I have...
either way, 13 gigabytes is crazy.
I just felt like being mean for a second. So what I've been playing, you're done, right, Zach? Or do you have anything else?
I'm done. But also I'll just say Mario Odyssey, I believe, is 5.7 gigabytes. So
Crazy.
That's also very silly.
Absolutely bonkers. So I've been playing a lot of stuff within the last week since the half episode. First up is this indie game that I feel like no one else in the world has heard of or played, but I've been playing a little bit. Just as like, it's very much a junk food game. It's called Brave Junction. Stylized as like Brave X or Brave Cross Junction, because everything likes to do an X in the middle of its words now, which I hate, because I never how to pronounce these fucking games or these shows or anything. But this is like it's hard to explain. It's kind of just like basically a turn-based game, where you go through dungeons and all you do is walk forward and you hit a tile and there's either a treasure chest, there's an enemy, or there's a trap. If there's a treasure, obviously you get an item. If there's an enemy, you fight it. If there's a trap, there's like a 50-50 chance of you taking random damage or not, so it's kind of dumb. But what's nice about this, and why I say it's like kind of like a junk food kind of game, is all it is blackjack. So you fight an enemy, you both try to get the closest to 21, and whoever gets the closest to 21 without going over does the damage. And that's the entire game. There's like a hub town where you can do upgrades for your weapons that have different multipliers, and you can unlock cards that do bonuses and perks, like unlocking new skills and more health, and eventually you'll unlock different characters that have different skills and can use different weapons and stuff like that. But it's totally just junk food game, something you like play, on your Steam Deck or your Portal or something while you're watching a TV show. It's not like a full focused good game. There is a story. I have not read a single bit of text because I do not care. It's not what I'm playing this game for.
He's not playing the game for that. He's playing for the degenerate factor.
I was going to say, this is also a degenerate game. It's all,
I looked it up. I was like, this sounds fun. And then there's just like these big titty girls on the cover.
Yep. So that's also probably part of how they try to sell the game. But the best part about that is you don't ever see your character unless you're in the menu. So it's like even the gentleman factor is like pretty much pointless. I think they just did it because they could, and because it's a Japanese made game and they like to do that sometimes. But as like a core gameplay of just like turn-based blackjack, it's actually very fun. So
it looks pretty cool.
It's a good time. It's only like I think like $10 or $11. But it's like I said, it's the perfect game to like play while you're watching a TV show or YouTube video, listen to a podcast, because all you have to do is make sure that you're not going above 21. It's blackjack. Everyone knows how to play it. So it's a good time killer game. And I recommend it if you like that kind of thing. Kind of like a Unfair Flips that we talked about a few weeks ago. It's like you really don't have to pay attention. You just kind of hit a button, glance down at the screen and move on. Pretty much all there is to it. So, and there is a bit of an aspect where you have to pay attention because you're on a timer for when it's your turn to select, if you want to draw, do a skill, this, that, the other. And you can actually turn that off. So you could turn off the timer, and then it'll be like a truly turn-based game with no time limit. The only thing is your rewards are lessened, so you don't get as many gold, per battle when you do it that way. But it's mindless, easy fun. But minus the gentleman aspect, good game.
Minus the gentleman aspect.
Looked it up. You're like, that's not the real reason I bought this game. I just seen the picture. I was like, oh, that's the reason.
It's very funny. And then I have beaten a third Katamari game. A third Katamari has landed. Touch My Katamari for the PlayStation Vita. Um, this was definitely my least favorite of the Katamaris that I played so far, but it's still great because it's still Katamari. There's no like fun kind of like 2D drawing models of characters like in all the other games. Like the king is a 3D model and he's absolutely horrifying looking. It's very scary and gross. Look it up, Zach. Look it up real quick. You have to know what I'm talking about. He's absolutely horrifying. And this game is very short. I beat every main mission in like.
God! What the hell, man?
I'm telling you. But I beat this game in an hour and a half. It is extraordinarily short. And Katamari games are already short. They're usually like 4.5 to 5 hours. But yeah.
I love. Sorry, I'm sorry. It's gonna derail. I love how every game they just make the king's genitals larger.
Yeah, he's a bigger bulge.
He's got a bigger bulge every time.
And then that's why for the new one he's sitting cross-legged because it was so big they had to censor it.
I mean, this one I'm looking at right now, the 3D model of it is a little egregious.
It's egregious. And every time you make a star, he eats it because he's trying to rebuild his abs. So then he does a little dance, and you see him flopping around. And it's good because it's Katamari, but probably my least favorite just because the levels had the least amount of variety. And like I said, I beat the entire thing in an hour and a half.
Backpads? So you control the backpads in this game?
Yeah, you could do the touch controls on the backpads, and you can also squish your Katamari to be long or thin, so you can like kind of get through areas in a different manner. But honestly, I barely used that. I felt like the levels didn't even really account for that ability. Seemed like an afterthought, like they were trying to just add variety. But I told Tyler this. I'm like, I actually suggest this to be your first Katamari game because it's still good. It's super short, and if you like it, then you got the worst game in the series from what I've played so far out of the way, and then it only goes up from there. So
I gotta buy that one.
Mm-hmm. Yep, Vita exclusive. It'll probably never get ported to anything. So, and then I started yesterday Once Upon a Katamari, which is the new Katamari game. Liking that so far. Just again more Katamari, so I think I'm burning myself out a little bit playing all these Katamari games within like 2 weeks. So I'm like, maybe I'll chill out because I'm having fun with it, but I'm not like having a blast like I was with the last couple.
Yeah, that's kind of my review for Once Upon a Katamari. It's just more Katamari, which I have not played in like a year, so I'm enjoying it. I do think the time hopping is a fun gimmick.
Yeah, I was gonna say I will say so far in this one, it seems like it has the most level variety. Like there's actually like in old Katamari games, it's like it's all kind of one environment, and you're just kind of in different locations in that same environment. This game, there's a time element where you go to different time periods, and each one is like its own kind of like aesthetic, like dinosaurs or American Wild West. So it's like there's a lot more variety in the environments, which is definitely keeping it a bit fresher, opposed to the first two Katamari games where it's like there's really only like 2 levels and you kind of just start out in like different parts of it at different sizes, so it feels different, and then once you get bigger you're like, oh, I've been here.
Yeah, I've been here. Yep.
But Katamari, great series. I'm like I said, I'm on my 4th one now, and I did play a little bit of Meet My Katamari actually as well on the PSP. And I actually will say that this is the worst one in my opinion. It seems like in the Katamari community, people like Me and My Katamari, this game hurts so bad to play because the PSP only had one thumbstick, so you have to do everything on the buttons. So the D-pad and the triangle, square, X, circle, you have to like mush the buttons around, and that is just super uncomfortable.
I don't like that at all.
Yeah, so it might be the only Katamari game that I don't plan on beating just because it actually hurts to play. Like after I do a level, I have hand cramps. So don't know if I can recommend that. Sorry, I'm going for a while. I played a lot in this last week. Next up, I beat the I know, but I feel bad when you guys don't talk a lot. I beat Gigabash's main story. Have you guys ever heard of Gigabash?
Hold on, before we talk about Gigabash, there has been weeks where like we played games and you played like nothing, so this just makes up for it.
That's fair.
You're just like, I haven't played anything this week.
Yeah, I feel like I go through ebbs and flows where I haven't played anything, and then I play like 20 games in a week, and I'm like, yeah, I beat them all too, actually.
So this means like next episode, he's probably like, well, I played Metal Gear.
Probably.
That's what I played.
Probably. But yeah, so Gigabash. Have you guys heard of this game?
I have not, but I just Googled it.
I was gonna say, what year does it say it came out? I don't think it's that old, but
I just closed the browser.
Sorry.
Gigabash came out in 2023.
2023, so only 2 years old. But this is a game that is basically a
Nice.
love letter to the Pipeworks Godzilla games, which are very beloved games on the GameCube, Wii, Xbox, PS2. Godzilla Destroy All Monsters Melee, Godzilla Save the Earth, and Godzilla Unleashed, I believe. Is the only one I'm not familiar with. But these are essentially just arena fighters of Godzilla characters. Very fun. They control good. They have a good selection of characters and environments to play in. These are basically considered like the good Godzilla games in the history of Godzilla games, because there has not been a lot of good Godzilla games, as me and many other kaiju fans know. And this game was essentially a love letter to those games. They play very similarly. They're set up very similarly, but it was all original monsters and kaiju at first. And then they got the license from Toho to add Godzilla characters as DLC, so they did that. And then they got it again, and they added some more Godzilla characters. And then they got the license for Ultraman characters, so they added a bunch of Ultraman characters. And then they couldn't get the license for Power Rangers, so they made knockoff Power Rangers characters as DLC, but didn't call them Power Rangers. And
Hilarious.
then they got more Ultraman rights. They got another Ultraman character. And then, just this last week, they got rights to Gamera, which is a huge deal to people that like this kind of nerdy kaiju stuff like me, because officially there's never been like an official movie video game where Godzilla and Gamera are able to fight each other, and they're basically like the most legendary Japanese kaiju out there. Like when there's like a big three of kaiju, it's like Godzilla, King Kong, Gamera. Most people probably wouldn't know Gamera compared to King Kong and Godzilla, but if you have like the trifecta, Gamera is the third one. So this is a fun big deal for people that are fans of these things, and I decided to just play through the story mode with the new DLC. Got me excited. Haven't actually even bought the DLC yet, so I need to do that to get the Gamera characters, but I am very excited to be able to play that. When I told my dad about it yesterday, about 5 minutes later, he sent me a screenshot. He bought it on his Switch with all the DLC. I was like, hell yeah, that's a real one. Because my dad likes all that same stuff just like me. And it's just a great time. You know, the story mode's pretty whatever. Another game where it's like, I'm playing for the gameplay, skip through the story, don't really care. But I could say that I beat the main campaign. I've done, some arcade runs. I played a little bit of online. And like any fighting game, when you play the online, when new characters come out, people are only playing the new characters. So, of course, I only fought Gamera, essentially. But it's a great time. If you like, maybe like arena fighters and you want something different, you're interested in kaiju media, Gigabash is a great video game. Very, very fun. Also, excellent. Probably one of the hardest trophy lists of all time. So don't even think about that if you're into trophy hunting.
No, I gotta look that up.
It's disgustingly difficult. I think even on PSN profiles, it has like less than like a 2% platinum. It's a rough one. So
Trophy Guy says 7 out of 10 takes 8 playthroughs, 30 hours.
Yeah, but it's like you have to be really good at it. It's a tough one. And then last 2 games on here, I started. I will show one of my pickups. I'll spoil it, but Digimon Story Time Stranger. The more I saw and heard about the game, the more I thought that it just looked like a lot of fun, and I wanted to check it out. So I bought it. And then 2 days later, Black Friday started on Amazon, and it was $20 cheaper. So I contacted them. I was like, hey, can I get her, some money back? I feel a little slighted. This game came out a month ago, so I didn't think it was going to go on sale. That's why I didn't wait. And they're like, no, we can't do that. They're like, but you can send it back and buy it again, so you'll get a refund and then buy it for the cheaper price. And I'm like, this is more work for everybody involved. More work for me, more work for the UPS guy, more work for the Amazon workers, plural. But whatever, so that's what I did. So I sent my copy back and bought it again and saved $20 because I wasn't missing out on $20.
My gosh.
But isn't that stupid? I was so annoyed by that.
Very stupid.
So I got my discount, and this game is fucking awesome. I absolutely like it. This is the game I was alluding to possibly taking my place for Game of the Year if it keeps in the projection that it's going. I've never played a Digimon game before. I have never watched any Digimon, collected any cards, nothing. I am a Digimon virgin. I know nothing about the series, but I always wanted to check it out. I was always curious, because when I was a kid, I was just like, oh, it's a Pokemon knockoff, and I just showed zero interest and never looked back. And as an adult, it seems like a lot of people, see Digimon as kind of like the superior series. And I don't know about that, but in terms of the world design, the quality of the game, it feels like the projection that Pokemon should have been going. It's like it looks good, it feels good, everything about it just like higher kind of production quality, and it's crazy that Pokemon is the one that looks like a cheap mobile game in 2025 compared to Digimon, which is unfortunate because I love Pokemon. But Digimon, obviously a lot of similarities. You're collecting monsters. You don't catch them in this game. You actually, the more you fight them, you like scan their data, you get their data, and then you can just create them, and then you have them in like a hub box that you could kind of just like swap out at any time. There's no Pokemon centers. You just stand still for a little while, and your Digimon will go to heal mode and heal. So there's a lot of quality of life stuff in that way. You can evolve your Digimon into multiple different types of Digimon, which are kind of cool, or you could also devolve them if you want to go backwards and,
Don't you mean Digivolve?
Is that what it is? Yeah, Digivolve and Digi-Devolve. So it has all, and then every Digimon's name ends in Mon. So there's a lot of stupid stuff that I actually find annoying. I don't like that they all talk.
You know about Agumon, the mascot of the series, who's
I was like, the meme of not Keanu Reeves, Leonardo DiCaprio when he's like watching TV and he's like pointing at the screen like I know that thing. That was me when I got Agumon, because he's probably the only Digimon that I've ever recognized.
What Digimon did you start with?
I don't know the name of it.
What does it look like?
It was the purple and like the purplish one. Kind of looked like a dog seal.
Like a Greymon or whatever the fuck it is.
Hold on. Let me look up the starters.
No, Greymon is an Agumon Digifusion.
Yeah, not that.
I'm looking up on the Agumon evolution.
He has like a horn on his head, right?
No,
he's
not a starter. Neither is Agumon. Let's see.
This game does look interesting though. I would like to possibly.
I like it a lot, and the thing that I find interesting about it that I haven't seen a lot of people talk about, and maybe I'm totally off base on this. Yes, that one.
You didn't pick the little Hamtaro bet? What the fuck?
Yeah, Gomamon is his name. I liked him. Yeah. I thought he was fun. But
couldn't pick Patamon. Should have picked Patamon.
But yeah, I was gonna say I feel like I might be a little off base on this, but a lot of this game gives me the vibes of a Persona game in terms of like just like a lot like Persona 5. Like you're in kind of like a big Tokyo-esque kind of city. The way you roam, you obviously run around in a similar way, and it's like everything's kind of divided into sections. It's not like time. It's not calendar structured. There isn't like social links, all that, but something about just like the vibes of the game are very Persona in that way to me, and that's also part of why I'm liking it. And I probably sound like guy who's only played Persona going, this game is giving me big Persona vibes. I feel like that's what I sound like right now, but I just can't articulate why. Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm talking about. But it does, something about it is definitely giving me that kind of vibe, and I'm enjoying it. The voice acting's pretty good. The music is actually very good. The combat is good. A lot of quality of life stuff. Like you can speed up the battles to go 5 times as fast. That way, if you're like, I don't want to watch this battle animation, you could just go through it super duper fast. But I'm enjoying it a lot. Like a lot. So I'm only about 4 or 5 hours in, I think. So I'm still very early on. But I'm digging every moment of it and heavily recommend this to you guys. I'm liking it a lot.
I have it. I just gotta start it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe when I finish Trails in the Sky, I need to get back on that.
Mm-hmm.
I need to play Trails in the Sky also.
Me too, but I think I'm gonna wait a little bit later into next year, because then Second is also supposed to be coming out next year. I think it either leaked or is rumored, so I kind of want to play back to back.
Yeah,
but then you need to wait for 3 too. Nah, just fuck.
Well, no,
chapter.
there's still so many games from this year I want to play, and I'm just like, that one I'll just wait until next year. That's one of the ones that's not making the cut for this year. So,
gotcha.
For being honest, and the last game I've been playing a little bit just before bed every night is Mortal Kombat 9 on the PlayStation Vita. This is one of the few Mortal Kombat games that I don't have a lot of experience with because I didn't have it when I was younger. Would have been more in high school range. And I just never owned this one, so I'm going through it, enjoying it, having a good time. There it is. Yes, the complete edition on Vita has Kratos as like a guest character, has a bunch of the DLC characters and all that. So just playing through the story mode. If you never played Mortal Kombat story mode, they're basically just watching like a B kung fu movie. So if you enjoy that kind of cheese, you will enjoy it.
game utilizes the touchscreen.
Yes, but I haven't tried that yet. But you can fight with the touchscreen, which is goofy as hell.
Yeah. Get him.
Interesting.
But yeah, I've been. It's been a busy week for me. I've been playing a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff that has not yet been finished. So I need to start focusing so I can finish things. I would like to have beaten 20 games from 2025 by the end of the year, but I don't think that's going to happen. So probably be closer to 16 at this.
I think I am be hovering around something similar.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
I need to track my shit next year.
You should. It's fun. I was telling Tyler last episode, Zach, Expedition 33 was my 400th video game ever beaten.
I do want to make my combined list of all games I've ever beaten. I would love to have that handy.
How many do you think it is, if you had to put it together?
I don't know. So like, in the last, I've been averaging. I've been tracking for the last 5 years. I basically beat 50 a year. So say when different games, I was replaying the same game over and over again. So I'm probably in the 400, 500 range. I had to guess, but I don't know for sure.
Tyler, you've never played a video game in your life.
Never.
Call of Duty, the only game you've ever played.
And SpongeBob Tower Defense.
And SpongeBob Tower Defense.
That's true.
I still like to think that if you ever go back to that Discord, you'll be like the legend. Like people talk about you. Like you're some sort of god.
Like,
and when you come back, yeah, exactly. He has returned.
He has returned. He has the baby prunes. Like, I wonder if that shit's still worth as much as it is, because I'll fucking sell it. Like, because I remember when I had it, it was like $400.
Oh my god!
Take my baby prunes.
Probably ain't worth dick now.
Yeah, probably not. There's probably so many other shit that's now worth whatever, but
so funny. All right, next up, gaming pickups. I don't know if you boys have anything. Zach, have you been blessed with your analog pocket, or not analog pocket, analog 64 yet?
No, mine will be coming in on Monday. I plan on doing. I'm gonna do a little unboxing, and then I'm gonna try to play some games and maybe stream it.
Nice.
On Tuesday, I think, because I'm off on Wednesday and Thursday, so I'm gonna try to stream on Tuesday.
Nice.
With it. But...
He's off on Tuesday, mate.
Cool. Well, do you have any pickups you'd like to share for now?
I do have some pickups.
Yeah.
I have my shameful pickups, and I have one pickup I'm more proud of.
Good.
I know the one you're proud of.
My most shameful pickup is probably I bought my first game key card. I bought Dragon Quest 1+2.
Ah, he fell for it.
I went back and forth. Should I buy it on PlayStation? Should I buy it digitally? Should I buy the Switch 1 version? Should I buy the keycard version? I ultimately landed on I want to play it on the Switch. So between digital, Switch 1, or Switch 2. I didn't want to get the Switch 1 because they are not offering the update because they are making
they want
the
you to buy
hard.
the more the Switch 2 version.
So
yeah.
I didn't want to play it at 30 FPS. Then I was stuck between digital or game keycard, and I was like, well, it's the same thing essentially, except for one's more less convenient, but it has a box. And I was like, I do like the box, even though it's a game key card. So I got the game key card.
Consume.
Yeah.
Can I say, it's fucking stupid that the new Pokemon game, mind you, it's a spin-off, but that's going to be a game key card.
Yeah, I didn't think we'd see any Nintendo first-party game key cards, so that shocked me.
Like, usually, all first-party game, well, I mean, not a lot has came out so far, but like all of them were like not game key cards, and they're like, oh, Pokopia game key card.
I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna hold on to the fact that Pokemon is, even though Nintendo has a stake in it, Pokemon's still kind of their own company, Pokemon Company. If I see a game with Mario, Zelda, one of those game key card, I'll be very upset. I'm gonna hope that's just Pokemon Company testing their own waters there. I don't know.
She'll see.
My Gen 10 Pokemon better be on the card. I'll be upset if that. But yeah, it's not great. It's not great. But the next 3 games are all on the card, so that's good. I did buy Hyrule Warriors: Age of Imprisonment.
Nice.
I heard very good things about this. I really enjoyed Age of Calamity, and this is like, hey, what if that game ran at 60 FPS? And yeah, apparently, yeah, Age of Calamity was like 15 to 30 sometimes.
It was barf-inducing.
Apparently this game is actually all canon, which isn't the biggest deal to me. I don't really care if it's canon or not. But Age of Calamity was like, oh, it's canon, but not really. This one apparently is just like, it's all the stuff that Zelda did in the past in Tears of the Kingdom, and
That's
I'm
cool.
excited to play it because I've heard good things.
I have a
Um,
buddy who bought that game, and he started
yep.
playing it, and he was like, "Oh, I didn't know this was a prequel to Tears of the Kingdom. I haven't played Tears of the Kingdom." So then he went back to the store and bought Tears of the Kingdom, and now he's playing through Tears of the Kingdom so he can play the new Hyrule Warriors. And I thought that was
That's kind of,
crazy.
that is pretty funny. I wonder how much it's really going to matter for your understanding of Tears of the Kingdom. It might just color in some things,
Yeah.
but we'll see.
He was like, "I don't know who
Uh,
any of these people are,"
yeah.
and I was just like, "How did you not know that these are connected?" I was just blown away by that.
I did buy another Nintendo game that came out this month. I want to start it. It is Kirby Air Riders.
Mm.
Um, Another game I've been going back and forth on, but it looks fun. What I've heard so I'm not really interested in like the city trial mode or whatever that nonsense is called. But the impressions I've heard is the racing, the actual stages you race on are very pretty and very well done, and I just kind of want to experience that. I do like Kirby. I do like racing games, and now I have an excuse to buy those $50 amiibos.
Oh my god,
So
you're crazy.
I have
love
not bought
seeing
any.
on
I've not bought any of those, but
Consume.
I love seeing on Twitter all the like different rider carts that people are like doing, like customizing it.
Oh, yeah.
I seen this one where this dude looked like a buff man with the thing hanging at the bottom. I was just like, whoa, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Good
people are going
stuff.
crazy with that.
Good stuff.
I was talking about the amiibos. I told myself, okay, I'll just buy Chef Kawasaki because Chef Kawasaki's cool. And I was like, and then Sakurai's like, hey, well, look at the King Dedede one. This one, like the wheels turn. I'm like, that's cool. And I was like, well, I can't not get Kirby.
It's
and then
Kirby
it's
Air
like,
Riders.
it's Kirby Air Riders. And then it's like, Waddle Dee is a funny meme. Bandana Waddle Dee. And it's like, well, then it's just Meta Knight left. And next thing you know, I was like talking my way into spending $250 on amiibos. So I bought none of them.
Yeah, I was gonna
Because
say, like Kirby has
So-
to have his best friend, so you got to get Waddle Dee.
Yeah, so
Like,
I'm
like some of these are dope, dude. Like,
Yeah, they've made some cool ones. People are getting really into making those custom whatevers.
I might try that tonight. I might jump in that plate tonight.
Yeah, you'll have to let
But
me
the
know.
game
I'm curious about it.
The game I probably should be playing, as far as like game of the year conversations go, because I really loved the first one, Hades 2, got its physical version, which is all on the card on the Switch 2.
Nice.
So I was very excited to play. Like, this game came out like in early access last year, then it came out digitally 1.0 in like September, but now it's physically out for the Switch 2 now in November.
Good shit.
So I'm very excited to play that. I've heard also very good things. I think this is technically the highest rated game of the year so far.
I believe that is
it's like a
correct.
90
I think it's
like a
like
94,
95, something crazy like
94,
that.
95, yeah.
Craig, look at this one.
Oh, the GameCube. That's fun.
That is cool.
Very neat.
I did have one retro pickup this go round. I think I already showed Tyler this one because he happened to be on a call when I bought it. But I bought
Yep.
Fire Emblem Gaiden.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, so the Famicom version, because it did not get a North American version. But yeah, Fire Emblem Gaiden. I now have Fire Emblem 1, Fire Emblem 2. I would like to get all the Japanese only Fire Emblems.
That'd be fun.
But Fire Emblem 5 is very
Fairgas
expensive.
would be proud of you.
Yeah, Fire Emblem 5 though is like $400.
I was gonna say that's a really
stupid.
pricey one, right?
Yeah, it's because it came out in like 2001 or
Yeah,
something
that's
stupid.
Thracia,
2000.
right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe
Yeah,
one
neat.
day, but the other ones are all affordable. So I'll get at least 1, 2, 3, 4. I already have 4, so 1, 2, 3, and then 6 on the Game Boy Advance.
Nice.
5 maybe not. We'll see.
Good stuff.
Yep.
Very cool.
Those are my pickups.
I think I'll go next. Tyler looks preoccupied.
I was just looking at more Kirby cards.
Looking at
I mean, I only
Kirby
got one
cards.
thing. Depends on you.
I have 4. You can go last. I feel like going now.
Okay.
So I
saving
showed Digimon already. Then talked about it already, but Once Upon a Katamari.
Oh yeah.
And then I got those two and this one all very cheap for Black Friday, which was nice on Amazon. And then I finally picked up Capcom Fighting Collection 2. Been wanting to get this for a while, been waiting for a sale. I'm still disappointed because this is almost all Dreamcast games, so I thought all the Dreamcast games would hopefully go down in price. Almost none of them have had a price change of any kind. But, it has the Power Stones, Project Justice, So it's got some good shit on here. And it also came with a little mini comic book, just like the other more recent Capcom and Marvel fighting game collection, which is super cool. And then
How much is that?
I'm sorry?
How much is that on sale for?
25.
Okay.
So pretty good. And then Katamari was on sale for 30, and Digimon Story was on sale for 50 instead of 70. So pretty good deals. Especially since Katamari and Digimon just came out. So
I got worried that Switch version didn't come with a comic, but this has a comic in it.
oh yeah,
so
it's like the little baby comic book.
And then Bird Dog bullied me into putting the sticker on the outside, on the inside.
That's
So it's
definitely being bullied because that's so unnecessary and extra.
I have the complete version now. I have the complete.
My version isn't complete. I'm the fake
I've also
collector.
been wadding up all the plastic from all my games. I've been putting them in a separate box. I'm going to sort those out
Did I
later.
do that with mine? I don't know if I did that with mine now.
All right, and the last thing I have, a nice retro pickup. This is on Mercari. Crash Warped, the original print with the holographic cover, which is fun. So shout out to Bird Dog for sending the link on that one. Good price for that.
Looks nice.
Yeah, so that is what I got.
Warped is Crash 3, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Crash Bandicoot 3.
Yeah, I think I have
it.
Warped and Crash 2.
Nice.
Crash Bandicoot 1, expensive video game now.
It's been that way for a little while, though, I think, so.
Up to like $70, $80?
Yeah, I thought it's been that way for a bit.
I could be wrong though.
Who knows? Whatever. Show your pickup, fool. What you got?
Right. For people that watched our half episode.
Sorry.
No.
Why'd you say it like that?
Because I'm bitter towards Call of Duty right now. Anyway.
That's fair. Oh, you don't like AI slop in your video games?
I'm not a fan.
So, if y'all watched our half episode, there was one pickup where I was just like, I swear I picked something else up, but I didn't remember. Yeah, I remembered. So it was the Claire Obscure Expedition 33 Luminaire Edition, because GameStop did a reprint of it. So you get like the steelbook, the journal, extra outfits and hairstyles. Don't really need that at this point. More outfits, Gomage outfit variations, and 2 more outfits. I don't know why they have 3 different separates for outfits, but that's what you get. So pick that up, and for only like $70, why not?
Part of me feels bad because at the Game Awards, everything it's nominated for is probably gonna win. So it's like it's just gonna be that over and over.
It's gonna be a
and
sweep,
over.
dude.
I was looking through the categories and I also had that same feeling. Like, so Game of the Year probably gets it.
I feel
RPG
it's
probably
unfair
gets it.
for it to be listed as indie, personally.
And then it gets the indie and the debut indie.
Yeah.
And like
with how many? Like, I get it being in the indie thing, but with how many other indies came out this year?
Well, not only that, but I feel like indie also is based off of not the team size, but the budget. This game had a massive budget, even though it was a small team.
Well,
yeah,
I think we're just
came in and helped fund it.
We need to define what indie means. Everyone has a different word.
Yeah.
And like they have a publisher.
I guess
like,
that's not fair either, because then
publisher.
Silk Song couldn't be an indie either, because they had a insane budget because they just made so much money off of the first game. Same way.
Well, yeah, it's like what do you want to
Yeah.
do? And like,
So I guess
it
team
Saints
size
Row
is
as a
probably more
publisher?
relevant, but I don't know. I think of Expedition 33 as like a double A more than an indie.
yeah. My thing is they have a publisher, which I don't. Does it have to be self-published? Is that what we want to call it, indie?
I don't know. I feel like, and maybe I'm just being biased because of the graphical fidelity of it too. But I don't know.
See, I'm not trying to stomp on you here. I don't want to bucket indie into like 2D art styles.
No, me neither.
I don't want to start that trend. But I don't know. Expedition 33 does feel different.
Yeah.
Even though, small team, blah blah, had a publisher. It was like highly marketed by Xbox and stuff. So it's like it just feels.
Yeah, it felt like it had a lot more backing than the average indie game, right? In terms of kind of everywhere you could be backed, from advertising, from budget, all that kind of different stuff. But I don't know.
I just don't know how you quantify it for like an award.
Fine line, I guess.
Yeah, but it's kind of when you know it when you feel it, or you know it when you see it, kind of thing. But yeah, it's gonna win every award. I think it's nominated for the most awards ever at the Game Awards, and it's probably gonna win most of the categories it's in.
Mm-hmm. Dude, I cannot wait to hear. I wonder what song or what part of what song they're going to use for the orchestra. Because that's honestly my favorite part of the Game Awards every year is the orchestra where they do songs from every nominee. I love that. I think it's so fun. There's nothing better than last year when the Bellatra theme started playing. I was like, hell yeah.
I've been kind of thinking about the same thing. I've been kind of fantasy booking it going into Donkey Kong Bonanza's zebra theme. Like, I think it'd be really good.
This man is... he slept on this.
Yeah.
I know. I wonder if Donkey Kong Bonanza will win anything, actually.
Probably not, because, well, is it in Family Game? It's going to be competing against itself with Mario Kart there. Then Game of the Year, it's not going to win Game of the Year. I think that's all it's in, right?
I think so, yeah.
It might be in, like, is it in, like, the action-adventure category or some bullshit? I don't know. But
I saw a lot of people upset about Blueprints not being nominated.
I mean...
I didn't play it, so I don't know, but...
I got very close to the ending. I did not quite roll credits. It's a very good game, but there's a lot of good games out this year, so...
I was happy to see Kingdom Come Deliverance too, though, because I have a few friends that absolutely adore those games. I have a friend back in Arizona. She's been trying to get me to play those like since the first KCD came out all those years ago. Like she's been obsessed forever, and then this year when 2 came out, she was like somehow they made it even better. Like you have to try these games eventually. So I really want to check them out.
Yep, I think it's the one game the list I did not try. I guess I haven't played Death Stranding 2 yet. I've played some of Death Stranding 1. I guess I didn't play Death Stranding 2, but...
And then Avowed and Outer Worlds 2, I think those are just nominated for RPG, right? Which seems like some people are annoyed about those nominations.
But guess what else got nominated for RPG?
What?
Claire Obscure.
Yeah.
So it just doesn't matter.
Good stuff. Good stuff. For those of you that are listening an hour and 17 minutes in, I think me and Christian are going to be streaming the Game Awards again, too. So if you want to hear me live react to the Game Awards, that'll probably be happening as well. A little self-plug there. Tyler.
Me?
You got some trivia for us?
I do.
Hell yeah.
So,
what's the current score right now?
Current score, we have Zach, 27. Craig, 33.
I actually mentioned y'all did a trivia the last episode. I wasn't here, and Craig's got 5
That would have been
points.
so fucking funny. I wish we would have.
Like, all right, Craig, this is happening.
He's
He just
throwing
goes through all
softballs.
4 multiple choices. You're right.
Who's an Italian plumber with a red hat? A Nintendo game is called.
Fuck.
Are you Sonic?
So these are NES game trivias. So first question: what 2 NES games used Rob the Robot?
Ooh, Gyromite and what is that?
That was the one. That was the only one I
I
would
don't
have got.
remember these. I'm trying to think.
Come on, think of your expired forklift skills. Think of it. Think of it.
Trying to.
What do you
think.
do with a forklift?
Lift and pull.
No.
Lift and pull. I played some lift and pull before I got on stream. What is lift and pull?
I don't know. All I got is Gyromite. I cannot remember the other one.
Yeah, I won't remember the other one.
So I should get half a point.
Come on.
What's the first letter? What's the first letter?
S.
Stack? Stack them? Stack it? Stack them up?
Take one word out of that last one.
Stack up?
Stack up.
Stack up, yeah. All right.
Gyromite would have been my answer, but
What was Shigeru Miyamoto's first game?
Donkey Kong? Oh no, it was Popeyes, wasn't it?
it's Popeye. I think was it Popeye?
It's a game
Was
that
it
never
not
came
Popeye?
out. It's a game that never came out here.
Oh, I don't. Oh, is it Dever World?
Yep.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Was it not like Everworld on the NES? The Famicom?
That's what my fact thing said, yeah.
Was that before Donkey Kong Arcade and Popeye and all that?
I wouldn't think so. Tyler, I think you're fucking wrong.
All right,
It's the
first
first
game on
it's
the
the first-
NES.
First Famicom
yeah.
game. Yeah, it's first
Okay.
Famicom. Yeah, sure.
Okay. I like that he just says that's what my fact thing said. Like he doesn't double check any
Yeah.
of this. Just copy and paste
Some
from
I
trivia
do.
site.
No, I write it in my own way.
I forgot.
But
I kind of forgot we
speaking
did NES games for a second. I was like, but,
Yeah.
anyway.
Tyler goes, "Hey Grok, what's some NES trivia?"
Yeah, I don't do that.
Gorg,
only
is this
one-
true?
Only one NES game was rated by the ESRB. What game was it?
Earthbound Beginnings.
Yeah, because it came out later. Is that what the gimmick is?
Is that not it?
Was it rated?
Yeah.
Well, it came out in Virtual Console much later, so yeah. It would have been rated.
Oh well, yeah, but like one actual like NES game is rated.
Is there?
It has
Is
to be
this some sort
Wario's
of, like,
Woods,
Mortal
right? Because
Kombat
it was the
thing?
last one.
Yep. Yeah,
Wario's
Woods.
Okay.
Very sad.
I've watched way too many Did You Know Gamings over the years to not know all this random shit.
All right, so we all know about the Konami code from Contra. However, what other game was it from? And I believe it was actually in this one before Contra.
Was it Xevious?
No, you're on the kind of right kind of like track though.
Gradius?
Yep,
There we go.
Gradius.
I was trying to think of silver NES boxes. I was like, what games do I know? That really famous silver boxing Konami used to do.
All right, what was the first NES game that Iwata ever worked on? Well, I guess Famicom game, but
Was it Kirby's Adventure?
Shit.
Because I don't know what other NES games he worked on, honestly. Because I thought he started at HAL, right? Maybe not.
yeah. I could give y'all a hint. If
I'm
y'all
fine
want
with
a
a hint. I'm winning anyway, so give us a hint.
Zach, you want a hint, or you want to keep trying to think?
Sure. Yeah. Give me
Or
a
if you
hint.
want to, or if you want to give me one guess, since Craig gave me a guess, then I'll give a hint.
No, because if it's not Kirby, then I can't think of anything
All right,
before that.
it's on the NES World Championships.
Oh, I've never played
Like
it, so I don't know.
not like the Switch game.
So I mean, then it'd be
Balloon Fight.
Yeah, it's Balloon Fight.
Woo!
very sad.
All right,
I was
There-
going to say Ice Climber, but that would have been a sad thing for him to make first. But Ice Climber sucks.
all right.
So does Balloon
So-
Fight.
Balloon Fight's more fun than Ice Climber.
That's fair.
Balloon Fight,
Ice Climbers
at least-
really sucks.
Ice Climber feels bad to like control.
So when I first started getting into like kind of like retro game collecting, right? Early on, I had a friend, and she's the one that showed me Fallout games in Arizona, which is where like I got like Earthbound and all these other different cool things. The first thing, like when she came home after they were like, we found this really cool store with old games, and she came home with a Super Nintendo, which they already had games for, but then they also bought an NES and Ice Climbers. So I played Ice Climbers on an original NES, and I was just like, wow. She's like, yeah, I love this game. I played it so much as a kid. I was like, I'm sorry. That's really unfortunate.
It'd be a fun set to complete. I think there's like 2 Ice Climber games.
I think there's only one.
I think there's 2.
Unless you count all the Smash Bros. Games because they appear in them.
Appearances. There's definitely one.
Ice Climbers was the original
Versus Ice Climber.
versus
what is
Ice
this?
Climber.
What is versus Ice Climber?
I don't know.
Alright, we're scrapping the
what
Metal Gear episode in 2 weeks. We're going to do an episode on Ice Climbers.
They should make a new Ice Climber roguelite. It's an arcade expansion for Ice Climbers. What it
Hell
is.
yeah.
Never mind.
We need more Ice Climber likes in the indie space.
Imagine a roguelike Ice Climber where you like level up your shoes and your hammer and you climb a mountain.
And then you start over every fucking time.
Exactly.
All right.
Game sucks.
So we did 5 trivia, but I still got 2 others. One's kind of, I don't know, one I kind of have as a bonus question, but this one, there is an NES game in which you needed the manual to advance farther in the game. What was that game?
Star Tropics.
Star something. Damn it. Like Star something.
I'm kicking your ass this episode.
Okay.
Like,
Um,
I think Star something gets me half a point.
I kind of threw this
Zach,
one in here.
You
It was like
literally
a
just
little-
had like a mini tantrum like a child.
Because I knew that one.
It's like start this.
I was mad because I knew you knew it, so I had to just say it faster than you. I couldn't say it.
All right.
Oh, that was good.
And the last one, so the creator of Final Fantasy, Sakaguchi, he named the game after that for a specific reason. And what was the reason, if you know it?
Because they were gonna fail and they didn't have enough money, and that it was their Final Fantasy to continue working because that game needed to be
No,
a success.
it's because Fighting Fantasy was taken, and that's what they originally wanted to name it. I think those.
Zach's kind of right.
I don't think that's true.
From
Though.
what
I'm
I
pretty
read.
sure that's just like a
He
down
said-
the pipeline kind of story that's told.
Hey, I'll take the telephone game answer.
I'm pretty sure that's totally telephone.
He said, "Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at?" Because that was the last one I looked at. I'm after looking up all this Gigabash shit. Poco.
Priorities.
Did I just do the equivalent of like reading a Stealth 40K fact, where he just like says things on Twitter all day and most of them aren't really true? Is that what that was?
Your two favorite Twitter accounts, Stealth 40K and Smash JT.
I don't dislike Stealth as a person, but his account is very annoying. He's just like, this is a thing from Nintendo today. I'm like, dude,
No, it's not.
do something better. just do something different. Like,
He has followed me and
So apparently-
unfollowed me about 40 times over the years, and I just never follow him back. Because I don't really care.
The Google AI brought up something called the last ditch effort myth. A popular story claims blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
And Google Gemini has never been wrong, as we all know.
it has
But
never been wrong.
Google Gemini makes Grok look like shit.
Yeah, the Fighting Fantasy is the correct answer, I believe.
Because what I read is he named the game he'd been working on Final Fantasy because he planned to quit the video game industry if it didn't sell well. Despite the small staff of developers he was afforded for the game, it managed to sell to the tune of 400,000 copies initially, and a long list of sequels, spin-offs, and remaster releases in the years to come. Sakaguchi went on to serve for several years as the president of Square USA, the company
this
that
true?
first took a chance on Final Fantasy.
But what's the source?
The source is
Microsoft Copilot.
Microsoft.
So here's the thing. It says
Keep swapping
as
AI
long as we
bots.
thought the Final Fantasy was going to be Sakaguchi's last game, blah blah blah. In a new interview, this is from Games Radar. In a new interview to celebrate the series' 35th anniversary and the release of Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster series, Sakaguchi reveals that this is a myth that is indeed not true, and he may have had some part in perpetuating it. So it's his fault.
His own fault that this is misinformation.
And then there's the Fighting Fantasy comment.
So I get a point.
Yeah.
So are we just gonna give Craig the sweep here? Like, so we're gonna.
Yeah,
do...
I guess so. Close but no cigar for me.
All right.
Yeah,
so that
you were
means
close.
We have Craig at 40 and
Jesus
Zach at
Christ.
27.
Let's go.
Hey, exactly where I want to be. I'm in shooting distance. I just need to sweep
Got
the
me
next
in your
3.
sights. That was good.
Maybe if Tyler was more accurate with his Miyamoto questions, things would have gone differently.
Or if you were more accurate on
Just gonna
knowing
blame
the
some- just
subject
gonna blame it
of
on
the
Tyler for
questions.
my- Gonna blame it on
If you would-
Tyler.
if you would have known the question was NES, Famicom, not arcade, then, you know.
Yeah, but you
would have
just phrased it wrong. It's fine. It's
Pretty
okay.
sure you just said Miyamoto's first game, though.
You
Shut
did
up.
say that.
All right, don't you want to win here, Craig? Shut up.
Just I like to be fair, all right? I'm harsh but fair.
It's like to be fair and give Zach a chance. You should have gave him that Star Tropics one when he
No,
said
it's
Star.
not. Look, it's not my fault Zach didn't spend all of his early 20s binging Did You Know gaming videos.
I'm just very dumb. But
Did
it's
you
fine.
know?
Did you know? All right, fellas. I think it's time, finally, for the topic of the show. Game devs we are thankful for. So this can be people, studios, I don't know, groups of people, however we want to do it. But we are just the point of this episode, just shout out some creators or groups of creators that we are very appreciative of their hard work, their additions to the video game industry, what have you. I have some people written down, and I have a couple of studios written down. But I actually would like Tyler to go first.
All right, I'm gonna start off, and I'm gonna say free my boy Yuji Naka. All right.
Oh my god.
He gave us our Bluebird. I appreciate that, man. But man, now he is locked up, and we gotta free that man. Donate
White
to the
Quite
link
like
collar
below.
insider trading in Japan.
Donate to the
White
link
collar
below in
crimes
my
are fine.
GoFundMe to free my dude.
Did you say white collar crimes are fine?
Yeah, we've already established that. You can do white collar crime.
All
It's
right,
fine.
fair enough. Tyler,
Especially
why are
when you
you
created
thankful for
Sonic.
Yuji Naka?
Well, I'm thankful for him because he helped develop Sonic the Hedgehog, which is now a long-running franchise. And I mean, obviously, he doesn't have much part of it now because free my dude. He's locked up, insider trading with shit. But yeah, I mean, Sonic franchise. I love the Sonic franchise, Sonic games, the original ones, all of them. Although I do kind of prefer the 3D games, but I mean, the 2D games is kind of what made it get its foot in the door and become what it is. And I own way too much Sonic shit at this point, so I got to be thankful for it. If I didn't, I wouldn't have all of this. So
That man also released
Free my
Balan
dude.
Wonderworld in prison, so not a great run for him.
The last thing
Not
he
there,
did before
but-
imprisonment was Balan Wonderworld.
that's the real reason they locked him up. There's no one to tell you.
Yep.
That's funny. Yeah, of course, big Sonic fan myself. Trying to think. He left after Sonic Adventure too, right? He actually wasn't there for quite a while, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
So,
After 2.
which is kind of interesting. Because I feel like to this day, people still think of him first when they think of the Sonic series. So, because he only came up with the design, right? Like, wasn't there another programmer that like came up with all the moves and all the other different things, if I'm remembering right?
I believe so.
Yeah, but I think he's still considered kind of the father of Sonic
Yeah,
the Hedgehog. He
definitely.
also created, of course, Nights into Dreams, which is another beloved game of mine. I'm a big fan of the Nights series, so that's pretty cool.
When you say he's the father of Sonic, it was not out of the realm of possibility that he is like. Sonic has lots of human friends. What if Yuji Naka is just in one of the games as Sonic's dad eventually? Could we add that to the lore?
He's
We
like,
could.
Dad?
According
that
to the Sonic
true?
Twitter account, everything is canon, so...
Hell yeah. Sonic kissed a real human woman.
Yeah. I would love to actually finish Sonic 06 one day. I really want to actually beat that game. It's just so not fun. It's so bad.
They should remake it.
There's a very big fan project. Do you know about Project 06?
I do.
I guess not off my head, no.
Yeah, Project 06 is like this very, very dedicated and long-running fan project where they're making like a native PC version that like actually runs super well. And like they're kind of like finishing everything that was unfinished about the original. So eventually it's going to be a playable game that was, potentially the way that was meant to be experienced all along. But they've been doing it for quite a few years now, I believe. So it's probably still a few years out. But I'm actually excited to check that out when it happens. But it's a shame that Platinum trophies didn't exist when that game came out. Because imagine having the Sonic 06 Platinum on PS3.
I mean, well, yeah. They're the one I always thought about going for was Sonic Unleashed on the PS3.
Oh my god, that
But
is
it's like
insane.
it's ridiculous. That's something. Do
Yeah,
I really need it?
I have a friend who got that back in the day, and he was pulling his hair out. But he eventually did it. But those chili jog challenges or whatever are insanely
Yeah.
difficult. So I think
That's
that's
I'm like. I don't
think
know
that's
that.
considered one of the hardest achievement lists of all time. So like not
Yeah.
even just like Sonic, but in general, it's ridiculously difficult. Doesn't help that the last level of Sonic Unleashed is like fucking an hour and a half long. So long for a platformer level, and if you die, you just have to start over. It sucks.
Did you see the band that made Endless Possibilities recently put out like a new version of it?
No, that's cool.
It's like a more heavier, rocky one, and like Sonic's like pushing it like
Hell
all
yeah.
for it.
That's
I wonder
cool.
if that's gonna be like the next remaster, and they're just kind of like teasing it.
Yeah, it'd be cool. Never know. Never know. Zach, are you thankful for Yuji Naka?
I think he deserves to be in prison, so I think that's fine.
Not only for the white collar crime, but for creating Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
And
Watch
all the
how
harm
you
that that's done to
spontaneously
society.
combust again.
Mainly for the crime thing. Shout out to Japan for actually imprisoning people who do things. Anyway.
If you insider trade here, you might get a slap on the wrist if you're unlucky. So
That's not good. Like,
No, you say they're lying and you get more money from it.
That's also true. Anyway, Zach, who's the game dev you're thankful for? Who hopefully isn't in
Um,
prison?
no, I don't think he's in prison. I'm gonna say, and I'm sorry for in advance. I'm sorry for pronouncing Japanese names incorrectly. Just getting in front of that. But Hidetaka Miyazaki, he's the guy who kind of
Souls.
reborn from software. Um, so most famously known for Dark Souls, obviously. Also Demon Souls, Sekiro, Elden Ring, and Bloodborne. He did not direct Dark Souls 2, so if you ever play Dark Souls 2 and you wonder why it feels a little different, it's because he was making Bloodborne while others were making Dark Souls 2. So yeah, the Souls games are some of my favorite games ever. Elden Ring in my top 5. Love Sekiro. So pretty much everything he touches, I love. And I'm very excited for the Dusk Bloods, which apparently is a Switch 2 exclusive somehow, coming out next year. I don't know what that's going to look like. But if Miyazaki's making it, I'm probably going to like it. So,
Would you say that he has the strongest track record of any game director?
um,
I feel like that's a possible, statement that you can give, because I don't know if any of his games have ever really missed for people.
yeah. So I think Miyazaki directed games. He directed a few Armored Core games. I've only played Armored Core 6, so I don't know much about Armored Core 4. But these are the games he has directed: Armored Core 4,
Mm-hmm.
Armored Core 4 Answer.
Mm.
So 2 Armored Core games, and then he has Demon Souls, Dark Souls, Dark Souls 3, Bloodborne, Sekiro, Elden Ring, and then some game called Deracine, which I believe is a VR game for the
Yeah, that weird
PSVR.
PlayStation one, right?
Yeah, I know nothing about that. But yeah, like pretty good hit rate for him.
Mm-hmm.
But
I just get confused
yeah,
sometimes because I'll see people praise somebody named Miyazaki on Twitter, and I never know if it's Studio Ghibli or From Software.
it would be super dope if they had a collaboration.
They made a
Um,
Dark Souls anime movie.
yeah, that would be super awesome. But
That would be the meeting of the Miyazakis. Yeah,
yeah, shout out Miyazaki.
shout out to him. I so badly want to like his work, and it's that I do like it from a distance. I just don't have the patience to learn those games. Was it earlier this
Yeah.
year or late last year? I remember when I was playing some Demon Souls, and I finally got past the first boss. I was so proud of myself. Got to the second boss, instantly got stomped, and I was like, I don't know if I can keep doing this.
Demon Souls is a weird one because Demon Souls, most of the bosses are gimmick fights.
Mm,
The rest of the games aren't. There are gimmick fights in the Souls games and in Elden Ring and stuff like that, but Demon Souls, it's like 2/3 of the fights are like have a very strong gimmick or weakness that you have to exploit.
yeah. It's just that's the one that I want to like the most because I like the aesthetic of Demon Souls the most out of every game that he's worked on. So it's like
Yep.
the most dark that and the Dark Souls games, obviously, but like very dark fantasy, which I love. So
And Demon Souls has a cool like setup where it's like level based, and you
mhm.
choose which level you want to go to, and like you can like get upgrades from one area, then use them to beat stuff in another area. So it's almost like Mega Man, like getting a Mega Man upgrade and like
Yeah,
going to fight a different robot
yeah. I
master or
don't
whatever
think
they're
I'm
called.
gonna give up on it forever. But I don't know if I'll get back to it anytime soon. But I want to be a Souls fan. I want to be a Souls fan so bad. I feel like I'm
If you
missing
want the
out on
true,
so much good stuff.
you want the true answer, just play Elden Ring and then grind and explore to get good, and then over the process of beating that game, you'll be good enough to go play Demon Souls.
Yeah, I thought about because I do not actually currently own Elden Ring, but it's on sale for $20 right now for Black Friday. So I'm like,
good
maybe
deal.
I should pick it up again and give it another shot.
Yep.
Elden Ring was good. Elden Ring was my first like kind of Souls game.
And the thing with Elden Ring is it's like clearly it's possible because it's like that game has like I think like a 12% platinum rate. So it's like people are not only beating that game, they are 100%ing it. So
Yep.
it can't be impossible if that many people are beating it. That game has sold, 20 million copies or whatever, something crazy like that. So it's like it's doable. I just got to commit.
Yeah, and thinking about Elden is if you are stuck, you can just look up like early game things to get me through the beginning of Elden Ring, and you can just go explore there and get the stuff where the other games you can't always do that.
Hmm.
But yeah, you can get through Elden Ring. You'll be fine.
Yeah, I think that And what else? Oblivion Remastered. There's 2 more games that I'm probably going to pick up during this Black Friday season because I need to own a physical copy of Oblivion Remastered. So, and
The
I need to
physical
own a
Oblivion's
physical
on sale
copy.
already?
Huh? I don't think it is on sale, but it's only $40. So, which is annoying because digitally it's $50. So I don't know why it's cheaper to buy it physically. It's super weird.
That's very weird.
Yeah. And the physical copy comes with like the deluxe edition stuff, which was $60 digitally. It's only $40 physically. Super strange. Super duper strange. And I need to get a copy of By Sweet Carol because that has a physical that I also do not own. So, but
Oh, that is a physical?
yeah, I didn't know I was getting one until like literally I think it was like a week or 2 after I bought it digitally because I got it when it came out. The physical was coming out a few weeks later, and I was like, I should have waited, but I didn't know.
Oh, good to know. I'm about to buy just buy the physical.
Mm-hmm. Tyler, are you thankful for Miyazaki?
I mean, like I said, the only one I ever played was Elden Ring, but I enjoyed the hell out of that game. That was fun. I hopped on that. Like, at first, I was like iffy with it because those games. I'm like, My dad's a big fan of those games. He loves playing those.
Really?
Yeah, he's big into like the Souls games and all that. And then I was like, you know what? Everybody was talking about Elden Ring. I was like, fuck it, I'm joining the hype. I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna hop into it. Yeah, that shit was great. I was the hell out of it. So
did you platinum it?
I platinumed it.
Nice.
I still want to get Night Ring and try that out. I think I talked to you about that a little bit. You said
I
you'd play it
think
with
Night
me.
Rain, you've got to be like a Souls ultra fan to like Night Rain.
Yeah.
It is like, it's if you like are really familiar with Souls and you're really comfortable with it and you love Souls combat. But if you play Night Rain as like a casual fan or like you haven't played Souls before, you're not going to understand what's going on. You're gonna piss off your teammates, and then it's just gonna be not fun.
Well, I'll just play with you, and it'll be fine. You can just carry me.
Yeah. That's fine.
If I pick it up, will you guys carry me?
If you want, if you want Elden Ring Night Rain to be your first Souls experience, I will try to help you.
Would that be crazy?
I mean, you could just
decision.
You could just get the first one, and then me and Zach will just join you with our like crazy builds that we have, and then you put the thing down, we'll join you, and we'll just kill it, and then you'll be fine.
Do that.
But then it'll kind of
be like, yeah, I beat it with no help.
Yeah, Melina or whatever the hell her name is, I beat that bitch in one hit. Yeah, she did.
Shout out to that one person who I could solo her from back in the day. That was great.
Yep.
But yeah, I enjoy it. I have the Demon Souls remake. I still got to go back and play that. And
very good. It's a very pretty game.
It's gorgeous.
I wonder what Blue Point's gonna make next.
God of War. Supposedly.
Canceled God of War live service game, wasting 5 years of Blue Point.
Apparently we got that like
all I want them to do is just fucking have them do Gravity Rush 2 so that way we can finally have that game at 60 FPS. That's all I want.
We had a
put him on.
Yeah. We had a Japan State of Play and we didn't get it, so it's not happening.
I know. I was thinking that it was so funny. As soon as that got announced, the Gravity Rush Discord I'm a part of was fucking exploding, and I was like, "You guys are so delusional. I'm sorry." I was like, "I love you guys. You're so delusional. Nothing is happening." And then the Gravity Rush subreddit was blowing up, and I was like, "You guys are so delusional. Nothing is happening." And then nothing happened, and I was like, "Well," I'm glad I didn't convince myself of the impossible because I knew nothing was going to happen. Gravity Rush is dead forever. They're going to probably remaster 2 and release it whenever that shitty looking movie comes out. But other than that, probably no more Gravity Rush. And I wouldn't be shocked if the Gravity Rush movie also just gets canceled. Because why are they making a live action Gravity Rush movie?
The only thing I was really anticipating with the Japan State of Play was like how they're like, oh, we're adding these games to PS Extra and PS Premium. I was like, please give us Ape Escape 3 already. We got all the other fucking Ape Escapes. Nope, didn't happen. I was like, well, but it ain't happening.
Yeah, that State of Play was kind of a nothing burger. It seemed like, from what I remember, it was mostly just stuff we already knew about. So it was kind of not super exciting.
Yeah. But
all right, I guess time for the first game dev that I am thankful for. Got to give a shout out to Shigesato Itoi, my boy, creator of the Mother series. I almost feel bad putting him as the first person on my list of game devs to be thankful for because it's like he's barely a game dev. It's like he's worked on, a beloved trilogy of video games, but he also has not really worked on almost anything else. He had a fishing game on the N64 and he worked on some Monopoly games, but it's like being a game dev was like a side quest for him for like a decade. And it was never really like his true passion. At least it doesn't seem like it was. Like, you could tell he's very thankful, for the Love the Mother series has gotten. Is like he's happy he worked on it, but it's like after Mother 3 came out, he just kind of dipped and was like, nah, I'm not doing this anymore. We're good. Like, I had my fun with it. But, he created my favorite game of all time, Mother 3, and, well, gotta be absolutely thankful to that forever because he wrote what was one of the most beautiful stories ever, in my opinion. It resonated with me super well. He has an incredible sense of humor that indie games, like, to this day, basically any indie RPG dev is trying to replicate his sense of humor and style to this day. The Earthbound likes are endless, and there's a reason for that. It's because he created a style in atmosphere and tone of video game that is pretty much unmatchable by anybody except for Toby Fox, who I think has gotten the closest, but is still not quite the same. So, gotta give a shout out to Shigesato Itoi. Earthbound and Mother 3 and all that are very legendary.
Love Earthbound Beginnings.
It's a great game.
That's one of the 3 so far.
So far. Yes, it is. It is fantastic. But yeah, I got to give a shout out to my boy. It's interesting and cool how much leverage too he has, almost over Nintendo with all the Earthbound stuff. It's like we get so much Mother merchandise now. It's fucking crazy. So it's like he's really kind of taken, the Mother series and kind of like I feel like he has like most ownership over it, which is kind of cool because for a while, the series was totally dead, totally dormant. People didn't talk about it except for the hardcore fans, and it's kind of always like ever relevant now thanks to like the constant merchandise. Like I said, the indie games that are always coming out inspired by it. The annoying people that have never even played the games that act like they're the best games ever. I love that old what is it, that it's that one parody website for like I think it's like harddrive.net or whatever, where they're just like big Earthbound fan plays Earthbound for the first time.
Yep. Do we know the ownership percentages? Like if Nintendo wanted to make Mother 4 right now, could they do it? Or are they just being respectful of
I don't know, to be honest. I don't know if that's public information, but I don't think that... I feel like they respect him enough, especially because he was best friends with Iwata. I feel like that also probably gives him a lot of leverage because they were like outside of like video games, they were just like best buds. Like that's the main reason those games even got made in the first place. So I think that I feel like they probably respect him to like ever to not ever do it without him.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And honestly, I'm in the camp of I don't want a Mother 4. I'm a firm believer that all good things come to an end. Things don't have to last forever. And I think that, a trilogy is a good amount of good video games. Like, and Mother 3 ends on such a high note. I'm just like, we don't need any more. And I've said a million times on this show, in my opinion, the only perfect video game for me. It's the only game that I've ever played that I'm like, this was perfect. I wouldn't change a thing about it. It's my favorite game. Feels like it was tailor-made for me. And I don't think it'll ever be topped. So,
what if Itoi is just like, I want to make a new one?
He's said over and over again that he hasn't. So
I know that's true. But like, what if like 10 years he's like, I've got the itch?
I don't know. That's tough because I feel like I would obviously be interested, but I don't know. I mean, it's even like right now, like totally different, but it's like, I think you guys may or may not know, I'm a huge Scream fan. I love the Scream movies. I don't like that they're making another one next year. I'm like, just let it be. You guys keep making movies. We didn't have to keep making them. 5 and 6 were pretty good, but we could have stopped at 4 because 4 was a great end cap to it. I like when things end. And it's I don't know. I'm not a fan of things happening forever. I think that's part of why Star Wars and the MCU and these different things, they lose their luster, they lose their magic because it's like there definitely is such thing of too much of a good thing.
The one that got me was Toy Story 4. Really pissed me off. I love Toy Story.
And they're making a Toy Story 5. So
I know, I know, it's insane. But anyway, Toy Story 3 was such a good ending. Anyway,
but yeah, and I like
to me, that's
there's an old interview you could see of eToy where they ask him about, if there's gonna be a Mother 4, and he's like, no, he's like, it's like when your favorite musical artist after the third album, he's like, starts to suck usually. He's like, I don't want to start sucking. He's like, I'm proud of this and I want it to stop here. And I'm like, hell yeah, I respect it.
what if in like 10 years he makes a new series of games? Would you be interested in that?
Oh, definitely.
Not
But
Mother.
if he made another video game, I wouldn't want it to be in the Mother series. Like, even if he made
Yeah,
another
a
RPG,
non-Mother game.
yeah,
A
I'd be
non-Mother
super
game.
into that. But it's like, even if
Yeah.
it was another RPG, but I want Mother to. I think Mother is in a good spot. Never needs to be worked on ever again.
Do you think they should be re-released / re-remastered?
I think I'd be okay with that, especially because I think that you could do a lot. Like, I've always said that I think that if Grezzo worked on them and did it like in the art style of like Link's Awakening or Echoes of Wisdom, I think that would really suit the series well artistically. Yeah, and especially Mother 3 still not localized after all these years. It's never gonna be, I don't think, at this point. But I would love more people to experience it. It's like I said, my favorite game of all time. So I would love for people to play it, and I like that people can play Earthbound Beginnings and Earthbound. But Mother 3 is it's like, as much as I love those games, Mother 3 is in a league of its own. So like Earthbound is also a top 10 game for me of all time. And I still love Mother 3 that much more. So I feel like that also says something, at least coming from me, in my opinion, to the things that I like.
Excellent.
Yeah, so anyway, Earthbound sucks. Tyler,
Yeah,
what do you
fuck
got
that
next?
Big Earthbound fan, about to start Earthbound next week.
Thank you.
All right, so I'm gonna go. Who should I say next? All right, I'm gonna say Andy Gavin and Jason Rubin. Y'all know who these are? Probably not.
I don't recognize the names, no.
All right, so
Can I guess?
Yeah, go for it.
Did they create Crash Bandicoot?
Damn. Okay.
I was just like, what series does Tyler love? Crash Bandicoot.
All right, so yeah, they were like the head creators for the original Crash Bandicoot on PS1. That's kind of the game that kind of started me really loving like 3D platformers, and still love them to this day. If you don't know, I'm a big 3D platformer guy. Really want to get that new SpongeBob game, but I still got to finish Cosmic Shake. But yeah, overall, just love the series. I'm glad they finally brought it back, and it's actually like not one of those games where it's like they brought it back and it's god awful. They actually brought it back, and Crash 4 was great, and now
Crash
we
4
got
was so
this.
good.
It was. And the fact that they put like Entropy as like the main villain, and he's like my favorite Crash Bandicoot villain. I love him. His theme from Crash 3, incredible. There's one dude on YouTube, he has like a heavy metal version of it. Yeah, that shit's good. But and we're apparently getting the new Crash Team Racing. Well, maybe, kind of like a big leak rumor going on right now. So the fact that the series is still going, I mean, after it had like a long ass hiatus because of the whole Activision wanting to just make Call of Duty, not caring about owning all these other franchises, but then eventually they kind of branched out a little bit and they're doing other things, but now it seems like they're just making every creator go to Call of Duty now. Yeah, I just love it. I love it for platformers. I love my little Bandicoot, which was originally going to be a Wombat, but, had to go with the Bandicoot. Love Crash. Breaking into boxes since day one.
Everybody loves Sonic's Ass, the video game.
Yeah, the Sonic Ass game, dude. Love the Sonic Ass game.
So
3 was the best. 3's
as
my
you
favorite.
bring up these gentlemen, I have to ask, have you ever seen the Ars Technica interview with them?
I don't think so.
So part of why I think I knew who these people were is because I watched this a few years ago. It's a 2-hour and 13-minute interview with the creators of Crash Bandicoot. And it's super in-depth and super good. And they just talk about literally the creation of it. It's a series Ars Technica used to do called War Stories, where they'd interview game devs. And they have like shortcuts and extended cuts. And the shortcuts are usually like 20 to 30 minutes. And then the extended cuts are many hours. There is a creator that's on my list of game devs that has one with them, and it's like 5 hours long, and it might be the best like thing I've ever listened to, just period. It's like the most insightful, interesting interview with like a creator that I've ever heard. So big fan of these. Like they have it for a bunch of different people. For the people that did Subnautica, Prince of Persia, NBA Jam, Amnesia, Crash, bunch of different stuff. So really good stuff. If you have never checked out the our Technical War Stories series. I have to recommend those, but especially since you love Crash so much, you definitely gotta check that out. It's a great interview.
I will. Now that you say that, I will.
Mm-hmm. Zach, are you thankful for the creators of Crash Bandicoot?
I am. I liked Crash a lot when I was a kid because I had a PS1 that was passed down to me, and I really enjoyed Crash Warped. I think Crash 2 is the other one I had. I have not finished Crash 4. I need to go back and finish Crash 4. I do like the game. But yeah, Crash gets a thumbs up from me.
You never played Crash 1?
I can't. Honestly,
Hardest fucking one.
I have all three
You got a couple levels, you don't make it to a save point, and then you're back to the couple level.
Yeah, Crash 1 is pretty tough.
That one level high road.
Crash 2 and Crash Warp, so I guess I don't have a Crash 1. I'm sure I've played Crash 1 at some point through some means, but I have beaten Crash 2 and Crash Warped, so I feel like I get the vibe.
Well, Warp's the best one, so
yeah.
I remember liking that one the most too, so
yeah.
They all kind of blend together for me since I played them all back to back to back. Like, I got the Insane Trilogy, played them all, and then like a month later, Crash 4 came out and I played it, so it's like sometimes when I tried it, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm like, which game was that from? But it was all good, so.
One day I need to just go and platinum Crash 4.
Crash 4 is a crazy fucking platinum.
I have 1, I have 2, I have 3, I have CTR, I don't have 4.
I think they say 4 is the hardest, though, because the time trials are the tightest.
Yeah, and you gotta do that new, like, spin dash shit. Because before it was just slide, jump, slide, jump. And that was easy. I was able to do that, like, pretty good in 1, 2, and 3. And then now you gotta do this, like, triple spin, slide.
High tech.
And some of those levels are long. And that last level, I couldn't.
Oh my God. The last level of Crash 4 is one of the hardest platforming levels I've ever played. It's insane. It's
probably break
so
a
good,
controller.
but it's so hard.
Like, I would. Maybe next year. Maybe I'll make it like a goal for next year. But
yeah, Zach, the last level of Crash 4, it's worth playing the rest of the game just for it. It's that good of a level. So
I do need to go back and find time to play that. I was enjoying it. I played the first couple worlds, I think, or I played a couple hours of it, so I must have gotten a decent way in. But
it's a very good time. Zach, what's another game dev that you're thankful for?
So I've been scrolling. I have my Switch on my desk right now. I'm like scrolling through my indie folder on my Switch to try to get some honorable mentions. A couple things I'll mention, but I think I'll just save those all for one at the end. So I think one I'll bring up now is a studio that I am very thankful for, and it is Intelligent Systems, because they make Fire Emblem and WarioWare somehow. So two games that are incredibly up my alley and not really related.
I didn't know
they
made both of them.
Yeah, not really
Paper
related
Mario.
in any way. Paper Mario, but I'm not as big of a Paper Mario guy.
Fuck that.
Yeah, Fire Emblem's probably my favorite series, and then I love WarioWare, and somehow they make both of those things. So, shout out Intelligent Systems.
I had them on my list as well.
A shout out to I think his name's Shozu Kaga, who was the guy who made directed the first 5 Fire Emblems. He left this company. I don't know exactly what will happen between him and Nintendo, but they're not on good terms anymore.
No.
And now he just like releases like RPG Maker Fire Emblems on Steam. It's kind of sad. I don't know what happened to him.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard mixed things about them, but some people still, stand by, like, they really like his stuff. Like, people still play every game he releases and all that. And the fact that he's still making them all these years later is respectable, at least.
Yeah, I just can't make myself play them because they're extremely ugly games. I'm sorry. They just don't look very good.
Valid.
He needs to, like,
hire an art director.
Yes. He's just. I'm pretty sure it's just like literally made in like RPG Maker. They don't look
like
fantastic.
The assets that come with the program and stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Fire Emblem games are incredibly important to me. WarioWare games are incredibly important to me, and Intelligent Systems is right there between both of them. So I would like to get all of the Intelligent Systems games one day, but then I have to buy all the Paper Marios, which I don't care as much about. So.
Fair enough. And they made Cubivore. Never forget.
Yeah, and they made one of my favorite games this year in Fire Emblem Shadows. So.
Yes, the best game to release this year.
Yeah, one of the best games this year.
Giving
So.
Poco a run for its money. Yeah, I had Intelligent Systems on here as well, pretty much for the same reason. I also really love Fire Emblem. I really love WarioWare. And I've always been kind of, as much as I love Fire Emblem, a fake Fire Emblem fan. But this year I played through a good chunk, and now I feel better about calling myself a Fire Emblem fan. I still think Path of Radiance is the best one. I cannot wait for that to come to Switch Online so we could do our 10-hour live stream together. That'll be a great time.
I'm trying to figure out how they're going to make this as inconvenient as possible. It's going to come out like on Christmas Day or something. Like sometime where I can't just play it.
No, we got to cancel our plans with our family at that point. We're committed.
Yeah, drive home and stream Fire Emblem for 10 hours.
Hell yeah.
You pull up
to 0 viewers because it's fucking Christmas.
Yeah.
You pull up to your house. You about to get out. And then Nintendo just puts like a random trailer up because they just like the shadow drop shit. Like, bam, fire, and you're like, "Hi, Mom."
That's the other thing.
Bye, Mom.
It's either going to come out at like 10 p.m. on a Tuesday night, or they're going to announce it. Sometimes they give you like a few days heads up, but sometimes it's just like it's available now on Tuesday night. It's like, well, God, I can't play it now.
Like, I guess I'm
Tuesday
calling
night.
out of work.
Yeah,
gotta commit.
We'll figure it out.
And I do love WarioWare. As much as we played like Mario Kart and what's it called? Mario Party and stuff as kids, we played a lot of WarioWare Mega Micro games on the GameCube. That was also like a family party game for us. And I've played not all the Wario games, but a lot of them, and I really love that series as well. So shout out to Intelligent Systems for making two drastically different series that are both fantastic.
Yep.
Next up for me, I have Kiichiro Toyama, if you guys know who that is, the creator of Gravity Rush, but he also created Silent Hill, which is absolutely crazy that those are the two series that he's created. He also made Siren, and he also made Slitterhead, which came out, I think, a year or two ago now. So mostly horror games, but Gravity Rush, obviously, beloved games by me. And I wanted to give him a shout out, say I'm thankful for him, especially because just the variety is fascinating. The fact that he's made some of the most famous horror games of all time, but then he also made Gravity Rush, which is not at all a horror game, just a really good action open world game. Very, creative, talented, all that. And yeah, not too much to say about that one. I just had to say something since he was tangentially related to Gravity Rush. Yes, Zachary?
I think it's a really cool fact that he made Gravity Rush and Silent Hill. I did not know that.
Mm-hmm.
But knowing that he made Slitterhead, a game that's title, it makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah, it sounds like a slur.
Yeah, it sounds like a slur. So that makes me upset, knowing that he made Slitterhead.
I remember it was funny, though, because last year somebody tweeted about how Slitterhead's going to be a cult classic. It's ahead of its time. People are hating on it now, but people are going to love it in a few years. And he quote retweeted it. He's like, yeah, that's what I'm known for. He's like, all of my art is ahead of its time. And I was like, I fuck with that. I'm self-aware.
That's kind of funny.
So not too much, like I said, not way too much to say about him, because I know you guys don't have any experience really with his work either, but I had to say something for my boy who created Gravity Rush and gave me my favorite fictional character of all time, Cat.
We should just say Cat is the...
I'm sorry?
So I can see the protagonist from Slitterhead?
Yes, of course.
We should have just had Cat be the protagonist of Silent Hill F instead of some random girl.
Should have done it.
Should have.
God, Silent Hill F looks so good. I really hope I can play that before the year ends too.
The protagonist of Slitterhead is a spiritual being named Hioki, sometimes called Night Owl.
Nice.
Cool.
Fun facts.
Fun facts. Anyway, Tyler, why don't you go ahead and go next? Give us another game dev you're thankful for.
All right, let's go to... I got one obvious one and then one that... I'm just going to go with this one. Hudson Soft. All right. Hudson Soft, created Bomberman. Now fucking Konami has them and they do it to shame. But man, the original freaking Bomberman games, so good. The main reason I love the series is because growing up, I used to play it a lot with my dad. And, just those memories alone. And I always liked the gameplay style. But ever since Konami got it, they haven't been that great. Kind of been a mixed bag. I don't remember where they exactly took it over. But The original Bomberman games, they're always fun. If you never played them, it's an easy like pick up and play type thing. I just really enjoy the series. I'm thankful for it. Hudson Soft did other things too. Didn't they also help with like trying to fucking blank. Hold on. I should have done my research.
Hudson
But
Soft Games.
Yeah, they've been involved with a bunch of random stuff over the years.
Oh, they do have Mario parties.
Yeah, sure. And Mario's
Oh, yeah, they
Party
do.
stopped
Mario
being
Party.
good after they stopped working on them. So,
Apparently they also helped with the Pokemon trading card game.
I think
oh,
Mario Party has always been like a 6.5 out of 10 the
Really?
whole time. If you play with
interesting.
friends and it's like the right environment, you can have a lot of fun. But I rarely play a full like 10 turn, 20 turn thing of Mario Party and have fun the whole time.
Oh, when we were in high school, we would do like a 50-turn match like all night long. We would go fucking crazy.
Yeah, I think I have fun with Mario Party maybe a third of the time I play it. It's just too slow. Is
Yeah.
my big thing.
I
It's
think
like
it really
too,
depends
like,
on the group you're playing with. If you're playing with a good group, it's like the most fun you could have playing a video game.
yeah.
Oh, they also made Hello Kitty White present on the PlayStation. So
Oh, perfect. Did they make Hello Kitty Roller Rescue
Perfect.
on the GameCube? Can you check for me? Because that's an excellent video game.
GameCube.
People laugh at me, but that's an excellent video game. Way more fun than it has any right to be.
No, it's not on here.
Darn. Well, shout out to whoever made Hello Kitty Roller Rescue on the GameCube. Whoever you are, you're great.
Yeah, just a bunch of Bomberman, Mario parties, Frogger Ancient Shadow, and
Is it
Bloody Roar.
the Game Boy Advance one? Or one of the weird... I don't know. Frogger, that was definitely like his ugly
Yeah,
teenage
it's,
years was that
it's
era.
It's the GameCube one.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, Zach, what's another game dev you're thankful for?
I think I have maybe one more, and then I'm gonna get into like my honorable mention splurge of people.
Oh man, I
think.
got like 7 more. Oops.
Well, I mean, I have like 5 more. I just don't know if I really need to get into detail on all of them. But
Okay.
I will just say Sakurai in general. Smash Bros.
Oh,
is
yeah.
incredibly important to me.
Yeah, I had
And,
him as well.
Um,
Yeah.
so
Talk about a man who is dedicated to his craft.
Yeah.
almost like dying. Whatever. He's like, yeah, I had to get on an IV because I was working too hard. It's like, okay, let's chill out a little bit here, Sakurai. but
Yeah, but I
Obviously,
appreciate
he's
his
not-
creativity. Kid Icarus Uprising, one of the most underrated video games of all time.
Yep. And obviously, he works with Bandai a lot, and it's not him making the games by himself, but you can feel his presence in all the games. Even like, I think his wife
Does all the
does
UI.
like the UIs and stuff, and like,
Yeah.
it's incredibly like
I didn't know
familiar.
that.
hmm
Like the Kirby Air Ride UI is like Smash Melee, then Kirby Air Riders looks a lot like Smash Ultimate.
Yeah, like you
You
could
can,
tell
like,
when they
really-
work on a game together, for sure.
Exactly. That's really cool.
Same with Kid
Um,
Icarus Uprising, it looks like the Brawl menu.
Yep. I also just really appreciate his like YouTube series, even if it's like some of it's a little simple and like whatever, and like the fact that he like spent time to like make that whole series of like hundreds of videos of like game development, and like also paid a bunch of people to edit all those videos and stuff. It wasn't just him like ripping off some intern. Like he's like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, so like that was just a cool thing he did. Seems like a cool guy. I love that he how much he embellishes his games, where he'll be like, "I'm going to talk about Kirby Air Riders for 2 hours for some reason," and he has so much pull over Nintendo because they want him to make another Smash Bros. They just let him do that. I think it's very funny. But and also
Man
he
even
like
taught himself how to play Smash Brothers with himself. Like,
yep,
going against
and
him.
also he created Kirby, I believe. Like Kirby's his.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yes, that's just cool.
But there's been so much Kirby that he's barely worked on. The series is a
Exactly,
whole, which
exactly.
is
He
kind of
has-
funny.
He did like he created Kirby, but he's not really like a Kirby developer a whole lot. But yeah, shout out Sakurai. Very
Yeah.
hot take.
While we're on the subject of him, I want to bring up real quick somebody I want to mention, who I think I've mentioned on the show before, Tim Kaine, the creator of Fallout. Because obviously he created Fallout, one of the most legendary, interesting, cool series of all time. I love Fallout 1. But he also has a YouTube channel where it's just called Tim Kaine, and he does videos called Tim Kaine Talks Games, and it's all just about his working on Fallout, just game creation, what makes games good, bad, like his ideas and thought process behind design philosophies, his personal experience being in the video game industry in the 90s when he was gay, which that was not a thing people were very open about back then. So has a fantastic YouTube channel with hundreds of videos just talking about game development and the thought process behind it. So I wanted to give a big shout out to him, because I like when it doesn't happen often, people like Sakurai or him that have YouTube channels dedicated to their kind of method behind the madness, so to say. So big fans of people that do stuff like that.
Excellent. Yeah, that's neat. I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, Sakurai, obviously one of the GOATs, master hero soccer guy. Gotta love him.
Master Hero Soccer. Yeah, I look forward to playing his new game tonight, maybe.
Yeah, I know. I'm excited to hear your thoughts on it, because unfortunately, just like Pokemon, falls in the category of it looks good, but it doesn't look $70 good to me. So I'm hoping it'll go on sale eventually.
I think this is what the Nintendo's going to charge now.
No, I totally get it, but it's I'm gonna be waiting until some of these games get cheaper at used game stores and things like that. So
I mean, next Black Friday it'll probably be 65. So
that's true. Well, Donkey Kong Bonanza's already had a pretty hefty high price cut at Costco of all things. So I'm hoping that maybe that's a trend with Nintendo games.
I would like to get Mario Kart World physically at some point, but I don't know when it's going to get to a price. It's it starts at $80,
which is still so disgusting. I can't believe they did that.
When it goes on sale for 35% off, whatever, it's going to be 60 or 55. It's still a lot of
It's a normal video game price now. Cool.
Yeah.
You'll find something on Marketplace or some shit. Somebody's mom. Yeah, I'm selling Mario Kart World for $30.
If it's holding any sort of at eBay in 5 years, what Mario Kart World's going to go for?
Let's look right now. Actually, I'm curious what it is reselling for if you were to buy Mario Kart.
It's $90. What the fuck?
Mario Kart World Switch 2. Let's go to sold listings. Well, you could buy a used copy right now for $52, actually, as I pull it up. So.
Okay, so in the 50s, that's not bad. I might just do that down the line. Just buy it.
Yeah, because it's exactly the same. I want to own it, but I'm not for $80 fucking dollars. No way in hell.
Yeah. Considering I already have it, also. So
I could buy a solid Dreamcast game for the Dreamcast set for that much money. So.
Yeah. Yep.
Instead of some modern trash I already own digitally.
Look at us digital collectors up in here.
Next up for me, gotta bring up someone who I brought up a little bit earlier, but the legendary Toby Fox. Toby Fox perfected the Earthbound-like kind of inspired formula in terms of getting the tone of those games right. And I also just think that Undertale is one of the greatest games ever made. Musically, artistically is interesting and weird. The gameplay is interesting and weird. It's one of the few games where it's they really make your choices matter. The different things you choose to do in that game really have an effect on the overall narrative, which is really cool. And it's not even choice baking by dialogue trees. It's choice baking by the actual gameplay decisions you make, which is really cool. And playing Undertale for the first time, not knowing what was going to happen, was one of the most interesting and unique video game experiences I've ever had. I don't know if that feeling will ever be replicated. Deltarune has been good so far. I've only played chapters 1 and 2, and it is great, but Undertale is it's such a high bar. It's going to be hard to ever reach that. I think that Toby Fox made his magnum opus very early on in his career, which isn't exactly a bad thing, but Undertale is just so great. And I know I've said it before, but unironically, Undertale has made me a better, more empathetic person, I believe. So I think that game had a really strong personal impact on me. So I had to give a shout out to Toby Fox.
Shout out Mr. Fox.
Shout out Mr. Fox, who's also a great Smash Bros. Player and is also friends with
Sakurai. Does not surprise me.
Go to Sakurai's house and play Smash Bros. With him.
That's the coolest thing in the world, possibly. But
Tyler, you still gotta play Undertale, right?
Smash with them.
Yeah, I do.
Has an easy platinum trophy, if that'll do any convincing for you. You don't even have to beat the game and you get the platinum.
Really?
Yeah. After you get like 2/3 of the way through the game, you get the platinum trophy, and it has trophies where it's like a bronze trophy for getting your first item, and the description is just like, I have plenty of ideas for getting trophies, and then the second trophy is another bronze for getting your second item. He's like getting items, and then the third trophy is for getting your third item. It's the silver trophy. He's like, I'm running out of ideas for trophies. It's really stupid, but it's very good.
I love when people do shit like that with the trophies, like they make funny names or some shit.
Yeah, Undertale's a very good one for that.
And I hate the one when you get a platinum trophy and they just call it platinum trophy. I'm like,
that is very lame. That always
fucking
makes me sad.
Or you just be like, you did it all, or some shit like that, not just platinum trophy. Oh, thanks.
That's very sad.
Very, very sad. Tyler, you have another game dev you're thankful for?
I do. It's probably the one that comes most obvious. Big Pokemon guy, so obviously Satoshi Tajiri, the one who started Game Freak. He directed Gen 1 and Gen 2 until he became executive producer. And then my boy, why am I forgetting his name? Junichi Masuda, did the best Pokemon games, Ruby and Sapphire. I guess he also did Diamond and Pearl. But then the series got taken over by Omori. I mean, those two still have low involvement, but I mean, Pokemon could be better than what it is today. I still enjoy it. I still play them, obviously. But I don't know. I feel like they need some either help or something. Have Monolith Soft come help them or some shit. Like, I don't know.
Nintendo go-to save us studio, Monolith Soft.
Like, I don't know, because nowadays the games, like Zach was saying, or we were all saying earlier, like with Digimon, like, you know, it could be like that. Like, we could be like that today, but we're not. We're here. But the original games, I'll always love them. Pokemon Emerald, my favorite one. Junichi Masuda directed that one. But I'm forgetting these Japanese names, man. Satoshi Tajiri,
What's wrong with Japanese names, white boy?
Listen here.
Sorry, that was rude.
I love a Japanese podcast, and they're just like, Tyler?
Like, how the fuck do you say his last name? Hey,
Had it?
Had it?
How did that? Height.
Okay.
You're getting racist. What's wrong with you?
I don't mean it like that, but all right. So,
please move on.
All right. So yeah,
please keep
Satoshi
going.
Tajiri. Yeah, love the work on Pokemon from early days. I still enjoy it today. And shit, I play fucking Pokemon.
Sorry, I'm laughing at your audacity, Tyler.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You.
I just, you need to make that a short, Craig.
No, I'm not making that a short. Get canceled before we ever get discovered.
Craig just goes back and bleeps that part out, and nobody knows what the
No,
fuck
I'm not
happened.
bleeping it out. You are going to carry the weight of those sins forever. It's going to be immortalized on the internet. Zach, are you thankful for Pokemon people?
Yeah, I'm also thankful for stereotypical Japanese accents. I will say it's fun to say it, but you know.
Jesus.
Not on camera, Tyler.
Not on camera.
Yeah. I love Pokemon.
Yeah. What is there to say, right? Pokemon is Pokemon. You should all go listen to our Pokemon Yellow episode from earlier this year. That was an episode I was actually very proud of. That was a good one.
That was this year?
Yep. It's been a long fucking year, Zach.
What's happened?
A lot has happened. But yeah, of course. Who's the guy that has been doing Pokemon for a while now? Is that Masuda? Is that his name?
Masuda, yeah. He was doing it since Gen 3. He's still doing it, but I believe Sun and Moon were his last games. Then when it went to Switch, that's when Omori took over.
Okay.
So he's still involved, but like the whole director aspect is Omori.
Interesting. Yeah, shout out
The
to
guy who's always like, "Hello, welcome to Pokemon Presents." We got some information. Well, I mean, that's not him talking. But
that was a much less racist interpretation of a Japanese game developer's voice. So good job.
Well, that's also not him talking.
That's true. They dub over it.
So
it's also a funny little like. Wouldn't it be cool to be like the translator for like when Miyamoto talks, that's me. I'm the English voiceover for Shigeru Miyamoto.
Imagine that being on your dub credits as Miyamoto.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I do love that they have different voices for like
The
all
different
the big
people.
all the big Nintendo people. They have
Hell
like,
yeah.
which is kind of funny.
Zach, anyone else you're thankful for you want to give a shout out to?
I think the last one I will do before the bulk upload is it's now called Thunderful, but it was called Image and Form. The people who make the SteamWorld games.
Oh, okay.
SteamWorld 1 and 2, I really love both those games, and they do something that I really like in that they have their brand, like their world of, Steam World, and they make a bunch of spin-off games. So they have SteamWorld Heist and Heist 2, which are fun, different kinds of games, a different genre. SteamWorld Build was a management game I really like, and they have SteamWorld Quest, which is a card RPG I have never actually played, but I own on my Switch. I just really like the SteamWorld universe, and I like that they keep just like taking it on from different angles, different genres. That being said, though, I would like them to just make SteamWorld Dig 3 because I like SteamWorld Dig 2 the most, and my second favorite is maybe SteamWorld Dig, maybe SteamWorld Heist, but I do want them to make a SteamWorld Dig 3. Fun games.
Yeah, I have no familiarity with that series at all, but I've always wanted to check them out. I've heard mostly good things, like you said, about the Dig games in particular, but the card RPG sounds a little bit down my alley, so...
Yep. If you want to get a vibe for SteamWorld, you probably own SteamWorld Dig in some way already. It's like free on Steam and or PS Fit and at some point, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
But you can beat that game in like 2 hours.
Oh, okay. So, cool. I was going to say, I actually might own it on Vita. Right, Tyler? Are there a couple of Vita SteamWorld games?
Yeah, Limited Run did, I believe.
Yeah, so I might actually own one of them. I'd have to look. But, crack
There's
the
also
seal on that bad boy.
The Wii U
collection, right?
I think it's SteamWorld Heist and SteamWorld Dig, like that. Okay, How Long to Beat says 5 hours. I call BS on that. That game's definitely like 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah. So. You know what I've noticed? A lot of people on howlongtobeat.com usually overshoot how long it takes to beat a game. I feel like most of the time I beat games under the time on that website was listed.
Yeah, I don't agree with that 5 hour, but anyway, fun games.
Tyler, any experience with the Steam World?
I don't. I always heard good things. I just never got around to them.
Mm-hmm.
I think I only own the collection on like Wii U or some shit.
There you go.
Yeah. There's
your gateway to your new favorite series.
Just because Toys R Us was going out of business, so it was like 40% off, and I was like,
okay. Yeah. All right, next up for me, I got my boy Lorne Lanning. This is the person I was talking about when I was saying the Ars Technica War Stories. He has one with them that I believe is like 4 or 5 hours long. It's insanely long. One of the most fascinating interviews I've ever listened to. I've listened to it more than once. That's how much I enjoyed it because he's just such a good storyteller. If you don't know Lorne Lanning, he's the creator of the Oddworld series, the CEO of Oddworld Inhabitants. And he's interesting and weird. He started this with another lady who I feel bad I'm forgetting the name of, but they started the company because they were working on like special effects in Hollywood, and they took their skills that they gained from that and decided they wanted to start a video game studio. So then they started a video game studio, Oddworld Inhabitants, who's only ever made Oddworld games, and I want to say it's one of my favorite series, but I think I'd be lying a little bit because I've played many Oddworld games, but I've only ever beaten the first two, Abe's Odyssey and Abe's Exodus on the PS1. But those are both top like 25 games of all time for me. I absolutely adore those games. The atmosphere unmatched, the humor unmatched, the music great. Super weird, interesting, creative stories. They're very, very driven in terms of like political commentary and ideologies. So if you're one of those people that's like politics in my video games, maybe look up how you feel about the feelings of Lorne Lanning before you get into these games. But I think that they're amazingly well-crafted games, and they're also super duper hard puzzle platformers. And I mean like to the pixel jumps sometimes. They're extremely difficult, but they're super fun, super rewarding. These games are essentially about you trying to save your race from getting turned into food, because they're running out of the monsters that they make into the food they currently sell. So they're like, oh, well, let's just start putting the workers into the meat grinder. That's an easy way. We don't have to go hunt the animals. We can just start selling our people. And it is a fantastic game, fantastic narrative. And I can't recommend these games enough. And Lorne Lanning, like I said, just one of the most interesting people to ever live, one of the most interesting storytellers out there. I could just hear that man talk about anything forever, and I'm very grateful because I feel like Oddworld is a weird series to be like a childhood series for me, very mature and dark for something to me have been playing when I was like 5, 6, 7 years old, and maybe that's part of why I am the way I am today, the way I feel about certain things. But these games truly had an impact on me, and they were, his story. So I've got to give a big shout out to Lorne Lanning.
Shout out.
Shout out to Lorne Lanning. I know you guys don't really have any experience with Oddworld. One day we will do, because it's on, they have the games available on PS4, PS5 now. We should do the PS1 games. I think that you guys would actually really enjoy them. They're very good, very challenging, but very fair. And there's truly nothing else like them. They're fantastic, fantastic video games.
Excellent.
Check them out.
Yeah. Tyler, you got anything else?
One more shout out, which is Hideo Yoshizawa. He directed Klonoa, Door to Phantom Isle. He also did the Wii remake, but we're not going to talk about that one.
Why? I thought people liked the Wii remake.
I don't know. They changed the design, and I never really tried it as much, so I can't speak on it. But the original one is what I mainly played.
Mm-hmm.
So, the Wii one came with a free Wahoo Taco coupon, so if you want that,
hell yeah,
take that up.
Dude, who doesn't love Wahoo's tacos?
I paid somebody $5 for the insert at like a trade event, so I can get the insert because I was missing it in mine. I was like, "Would you sell me just the coupon?" He was like, "Yeah, I guess." I was like,
awesome.
$5? He was like, "Yeah." I was like, "All right, here you go." So I got that.
Hell yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, Klonoa, Door to Phantom Isle. Craig, did you play this? I don't remember if you did or not.
Yes, I've played the PS1 version, not finished it, but I did beat the remake for the, what was it, like the Reverie?
The Reverie Fantasy series?
Yeah, Reverie Fantasy series. So I've beaten the remake on modern consoles.
Yeah, so really good puzzle platformer. So he didn't direct.
Heavily inspired by Little Mermaid on NES, but go on.
Yeah, but I guess I never played it. But maybe I should. Craig will be proud of me.
I will be proud. Don't be like Christian, who's like, it's a bad game on his live stream. I wanted to strangle him through the screen.
But yeah, Klonoa. I haven't played it when it first came out, but I actually got into it through the YouTuber Pete Dorr. He would always talk about loving it and all this
Dorr,
stuff.
The goat.
It's like
the goat of retro gaming YouTube.
So I was like, you know what? Yeah, what if we got him on here one day?
Dude, I would be like starstruck. I'm not even kidding.
Could reach out to him, be like, "Yo, Pete." I seen him. I met him one time at a convention. I didn't even know, it was just like a small convention in New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I wasn't gonna have guests, and I was like, "Yo, Pete Dorr."
Yeah, I've heard he's a very friendly guy. I have a friend that's like, I have a mutual friend of his. So it's like I probably could be like, "Hey," but I don't like doing that. I always feel weird. So
yeah. But
can you come talk to my weird friend over there?
Hey, that guy over there, he is
be on this idiot's podcast. He said he likes your YouTube videos.
But yeah. So Klonoa, that's how I got into it, and I don't know, it's just a great puzzle platformer. It's really charming. The story, especially if you get to the end, it's kind of emotional, I guess, per se. It's kind of like a sad ending, I guess. But yeah, I just really like those games, and I wish there would be more. I was glad we got the remakes. That was kind of cool to have. But maybe it's also like that thing, like where you said, like, once you have enough, that's enough. Let it go. Don't touch it. But I don't know.
Yeah,
Sakurai, put them in Smash.
Not everything needs to go on forever. Not everything needs to be a Trails of Daybreak in the Sky, of Cold Steel, of whereas 10,000 games and it's gonna go on forever. It's like, it's cool that stuff exists. It's like that's like the one piece of JRPGs, right? But not everything needs to go on forever. A lot of my favorite things are, one-offs. Like one of my favorite animes of all time, Cyberpunk Edgerunners, one season. They're coming out with another season, which annoys me. But it would have been a perfect one and done. They announced the second season this year, so. But yeah, I'm a firm believer in, not everything has to go on forever, and I'll always stand by that. Zach, what's your favorite Klonoa game?
The one where I haven't played any of them.
Oh, okay, good.
He really likes the one that never came out in the States.
Yeah, he
Little
likes the
volleyball.
Wonder Swan game.
Oh yeah, that
Yep.
too.
Come on.
There's also a volleyball game.
That's true.
So.
There's a volleyball game. Big Mega Man Soccer vibes with that one. Zach, you got anyone else you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, I have a couple. I'm just gonna say some names. So if you have any more that you want to go into detail on, I would do that rather than me just blurt out some names real quick.
Okay, sure. So, I guess one where I'll just blurt it out, and then two that I'll go a bit more into detail too. So I want to give a shout out to P Studio, of course, Persona 3, Persona 4, Catherine, all games I love very much. They also technically worked on Metaphor, I believe, under Studio Zero or whatever, when they kind of did a different name for that. But some of my favorite games of all time, of course. We all love Persona and Metaphor on this podcast, as far as I'm aware.
What I played of it.
Exactly.
Hey, you haven't beat Metaphor yet. Damn it.
I know. God, you're missing out.
Maybe I gotta do like what we did with Craig. I gotta make Zach play something for me to beat Metaphor.
Yeah, do a bet.
Gotta do a little deal.
Well, to be fair, I was gonna beat Expedition 33 anyway. You guys just kind of decided to make a deal out of it.
Oh yeah, we just made you rush it.
I played Poco because of...
That's true, and now you have to play By Sweet Carol. Or you should.
I'm sorry, you broke up. I couldn't hear you, but I heard Poco and I said yes.
Shut up. I want to give a shout out to my favorite musician of all time, Yoko Shimomura. Not just, game composer, but my favorite musician of all time. I think that Yoko Shimomura is the greatest musician of our time. She has worked on plenty of stuff, most famously, the Kingdom Hearts series, but, she's worked on Mario and Luigi games. She's worked on the original Xenoblade Chronicles. She worked on Street Fighter 2 back in the day, Secret of Mana, Parasite Eve, Super Mario RPG. All these games with phenomenal soundtracks. She is just the GOAT, and absolutely love her work. I actually got the chance to meet her, and she was super nice and friendly, and I have my copies of Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 signed by her, and those are like two of like my most prized possessions. I went to a Kingdom Hearts concert in Hollywood. It was probably like 2017, and I paid a lot of money to be able to meet her after the orchestrated performance. It was actually during E3, so I think that's part of why she was there. But she actually came out and played piano during the last couple of songs and stuff, so it was really cool, very fun experience. Absolutely loved it, and love her and love her work. I think that, like I said, she's the greatest musician of our time. No one does it quite like her.
There's a crazy list if you just Google her. If you go to Wikipedia and look at her list, it's insane.
Yeah, just some of just tons of the most fantastic video game soundtracks ever made were done by her. So
also, it's very funny. She worked on 3 games that had really songs from this year. So if you ever played Pipistrella and the Cursed Yo-Yo, it's an indie Zelda-like game. She did a song for that from this year. A Street Fighter 6 song from this year, and then apparently she did 4 songs in Lost Soul Aside, which I saw very funny things about. But apparently she has 4 songs in that game.
Hell yeah!
I need you to go check those out, maybe.
Yeah, she's the GOAT. And yeah, I think probably my 2 favorite video game songs of all time are the first 3 songs of the original Xenoblade game, and those were all done by her. The main credits theme, and then the song that plays in the first cutscene of the game that leads into the second cutscene of the game. The way those songs all crescendo into one another, literally just the greatest stretch of video game music of all time. So and the last dev I have on here, and this is, kind of funny, but also I do meet it in my heart of hearts, as I have Todd Howard on here. I really do love the
Represent,
game.
Live, grew up 10 minutes from me.
That's true, he did. But he, he's obviously, love him or hate him, had such a big influence on the way that we view and see and play and games are made for Western RPGs over the many years. But, especially Oblivion and Skyrim, just some of the most fun gaming experiences you could ever have. Same with, Fallout 3, very fun time, even though I never finished it. And I think that I think that he's a little too ambitious for his own good, but that's also kind of why I like him. I like that he like his ideas are almost too big to be fully seen through, and I kind of appreciate his ambition. But yeah, that is my list. So Zach, if you want to go ahead and give your shout outs.
Yeah. So we mentioned Katamari Damacy earlier. The creator of the first 2 games, I think his name's, I'm gonna say Kieta Takahashi. He was involved in the first 2 games. And I think he left, is not involved in anything since. But shout out, I love Katamari. Blatro, Local Thunk. I love that person is a faceless Twitter account, and
now represented by Ben Starr dressed as Jimbo.
Yes, and I forget who the guy is who works for the publisher of PlayStack, who accepted the awards, the Game Awards, on that person's behalf, and I think they were at the Game Awards, but just there, in the back.
That's awesome.
Like as a random person.
That's so
which
funny.
Is super cool. Imagine seeing your game win an award, and you're just in the back,
You're like, wow, that's cool.
The best shout out to Local Thunk.
It's crazy because he never has to make another game ever again if he doesn't want to.
Oh, it's insane.
There's one game he made as an offshoot that he didn't expect to be even popular remotely. It's he could just never work again. It's crazy.
Oh, millions and millions of dollars overnight. I don't understand. But yeah, shout out to Local Thunk. Team Cherry. They've only released 2 games that I've played.
But you love them.
I love Hollow Knight and Silksong a lot. And then I would be remiss if I did not give a generic shout out to Shigeru Miyamoto.
Yeah,
I was thinking that. I was we didn't even say him.
He was. I think I didn't put him on there because I feel like it just kind of goes without saying. Him and Iwata both. It's they've just kind of they're the reason that anything is here to this day, essentially. So.
Yeah. Shout out, unpopular opinion, but shout out to Shigeru Miyamoto.
The small indie developer you may or may not have heard of, Shigeru Miyamoto.
May have heard of him, but yeah.
Tyler, any final shout outs?
My final one was gonna be Iwata and Miyamoto if y'all didn't say it, but we said it, so I feel like we're good.
Heck yeah.
Shout out to Notch.
Man, I wish I could say that.
I know. Sorry. Fuck you, Notch. Anyway, we have some write-ins from the audience.
I'm glad he isn't involved with Minecraft anymore.
Yes. So we have quite a few, and by quite a few, I mean 4. So thank you to those of you that wrote in. We'll go in the usual kind of circle of I'll read, then Tyler can read, then Zach can read, and then I'll read the last one again. So first up, Rob wrote in, said, storming through the party like my name was El Nino, Teller suit here. Shout out Mega Crit Games, who made Slay the Spire, and Super Giant Games, who made the Hades games.
You said El Nino in the most Caucasian way possible.
It's just how I talk.
El Nino.
El Nino.
Fuck off. At least I'm not being racist. Doing racist accents.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Tyler, go ahead. Well, either you guys want to say anything about Supergiant or Mega Crit?
I've not played Slay the Spire. It has been my intention for a while to go back and play Supergiant's back catalog, Bastion and Transistor and all that stuff. Because I played Hades. I loved Hades. I have Hades 2 at my desk right now. I'm sure I'm going to love that. I would like to go back to the other ones eventually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially Bastion I've always thought has looked super duper good. But I don't really have any experience with these developers. I've also heard amazing things about Slay the Spire. So want to check that out eventually too. But I've also just never played Hades, so I should probably play Hades at some point too.
You should probably play
I haven't
Hades.
either.
It's very good.
Tyler, want to go ahead and read the next writing?
All right, our boy Patrick writes in. He says, one of the first game devs that comes to mind is Creative Business Unit 13, led by the marvelous Yoshi P. FF14 and 16, Final Fantasy, obviously, for y'all that don't know, were some of the highlights of my gaming life the past 5 years. I'm also a big fan of Monolith Soft, especially since their involvement with Legends of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom was revealed. Their mastery of the Switch hardware and how to make it shine makes me excited for their next big game on the Switch too. I'm also thankful for Sandfall Interactive for showing Squeenix the power of turn-based RPGs with Clair Obscur Expedition 33.
There we go.
Show them how it's done.
Yeah, that is true. Monolith Soft really are the kings of like knowing how to make the most out of the Switch's hardware. They have been impressive pretty much since the debut.
Dude, that's why I said they need to help with Pokemon, dude. It would be a totally different game.
You're probably
You'd look at it and be like, that's Pokemon? Like,
yeah, and then I know people love Yoshi P. People love 14 and 16, so
I like 16 a lot.
I one day I would love to become a 14 person. Be one of those people that plays like, does like Final Fantasy Fridays with their homies and play some MMOs on a Friday night. I think that'd be awesome. But
if I could somehow like download the entire catch up like 400 hours into my head and then just like keep up as things come out, I would do that. So I would want to do everything, and there's so much there. I just don't know how to even possibly.
Yeah, I think my issue is that people are like, oh, the story is so great in Final Fantasy 14. I'm like, but if I'm playing an MMO with my friends, how do I pay attention to the story? I guess that's kind of my conflict, but I have friends that live and die by that game and the way that it handles itself, and they also say you can play it on your own and it's still great and yada yada. But my buddy Taylor, shout out to the Solar Gamer podcast, he is a champion of that game being the best MMO to play if you've never played MMOs as well. He's like, it's the most friendly. He's like, it'll help get you in. He's like, you don't have to pay a lot to get into it, and you'll have a great time. So I always think about it, but I also really like Elder Scrolls Online, so if I want to play an MMO, I'll probably just go back to that one day.
I put like 40 hours in FF14. I didn't make it out of the base content. Damn. I didn't get a single trophy on the PlayStation, not a single one, in like 40 hours. It's fun, but I was like, everyone's like, oh yeah, the best content's like in like the second, third, fourth expansion. Like I didn't make it through the base content.
Yeah, you got to get like 200 hours to get to the good stuff, is what they say. It's one of those.
And it was I did think the base content was good, but yeah, it's an MMO. You got to dedicate a lot of time to it.
And Sandfall, excited to see your next game.
Exactly.
Excited to see. Yeah, shout out Sandfall.
Zach, want to go ahead and read the last, or not the last write-in, the next write-in?
Yep, from Jason. Hello, Jason here, and some of the developers that I'm thankful for. And the first one that comes to mind would be Kenji Inafune for the Mega Man series. Now, not the actual creator of Mega Man, he was the lead artist, and the actual creator is Akira Kitamura, but Inafune took over after Mega Man 1. It was he and his team to push to be able to develop Mega Man 2, and since Mega Man 1 wasn't a breakout seller. Another one would be Koji Igarashi, and director for the Castlevania Symphony of the Night, and the father of the Metroidvania genre. It was his vision that changed Castlevania series and inspired so many developers to do the same. Well, that's some thoughts on two of the developers I'm thankful for. Oh, and one last thing, a developer I'm not thankful for would be Naoki Hamaguchi, and how he ruined the remake that shall not be named. I mean, you had one job and you blew it. Sure. Shout out Hamaguchi.
Shout out Hamaguchi. Number one shout out of the episode.
Number one shout out.
Bird Dog Gaming wrote in. Said, grateful for big names like Toru Higahara, Koji Igarashi, and Ayami Kojima for their work on Castlevania, but there are a plethora of others who worked to make the series great. Not going to have you read them all, but their work doesn't go unnoticed. So shout out.
Sounds like it does. Sounds like it's only Igarashi and then Kojima and Higahara. So
that's it. No one else worked on those games. And that goes without saying. Obviously, we know that these people didn't solo make these games themselves. But these are names that we are familiar with and that we are appreciative of. Everyone that worked on these games we are grateful for because they helped bring these products to life. And shout out to all game devs out there, honestly. All of you. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you.
Shout out.
Shout out. That is all of our write-ins. That is everyone that we are personally thankful for that we wanted to mention.
Everyone else is worthless.
Well, I was just gonna say, can we do an unshout out to Notch while we're here again? Just
yeah, another unshout out to Notch.
Is there something that happened with Notch that I don't know about?
We can talk about it later. He's just kind of an asshole.
Yeah. Also, just another, just kind of foot stomp what Craig said. Well, fuck Notch, but also this episode could be 30 hours long, just reading off developers. So like, there's an infinite amount of
We
Sure.
just look up the whole
talented
credits of our
people.
favorite game and we named every
Yeah,
single
this could
developer.
go on. This could go on as long as we wanted it to. So
Yes. And I don't know if everybody wants us to have a 4-hour podcast every week either, so
Yep.
it's a lot of podcast. But we appreciate everyone listening, of course. It's a nice Sunday afternoon where I am now. Zach, do you have any fun plans the rest of your day? Hopefully you're gaming.
groceries
Lame.
in gaming.
Yeah, there you go. Tyler, any fun plans for the rest of the day?
Gotta go do a quick run at that ballpark I help out at, and then gaming. I gotta
X Park.
finish Ball X Park. Gotta go finish that, and then I gotta finish the Bikini X Bottom event on Sonic X Cross Worlds. Yeah,
There
that's
you
what I'm
go.
gonna do. Then later I'm gonna eat some Din X Nur.
There you go. Perfect.
Now we're just pushing it.
Yeah, I think
No, we just gotta keep it going.
I think we gotta do some grocery shopping as well. But other than that, hopefully, I'm gonna edit this show, get it uploaded. Yeah, I'd like to play some more Digimon. Like, need to play some more Time Stranger. Really enjoying that.
Digimon. So you
But-
never played any of the other Digimon games?
No, this is my first experience with Digimon. Period. Like I said, never watched any of the TV show, movies. Never played the card game. Never played the games. Nothing. So this is like my first ever Digimon thing.
So you never even played like the Smash Brother clone ones?
No, I know of them, but I never played them.
Yeah,
So,
they're okay. Not the greatest, but they're okay.
good to know. I'll skip them then.
Don't,
Yeah,
don't,
not shout out to those developers.
I don't think the GameCube one is worth like fucking $100, but
It is very
when you get on the
expensive.
PS2 for like 20,
I know, so
play
stupid.
it on PS2.
So stupid. It's one of those games that it's not rare at all, but some YouTuber said it was rare many years ago, and that's just been expensive ever since. So
The rarest.
the rarest. So yeah, I guess that's gonna be it. This is the final episode of Generations Behind. We had a good run. No. Make sure you all play along for Metal Gear Solid and write in if you want your thoughts on the game to be written into the show. We appreciate you all very much for listening. If you enjoyed the show, make sure you share it with your coworker, your friend, your grandma. I'm sure they would all enjoy it. And
Damn.
have a happy
you missed
Thanksgiving
it all.
if you celebrate.
Yes.
And we'll see you all in 2 weeks.
Adios.
Bye.
Take care.